Yo, what is good, everybody? How are y'all doing? Welcome to another Creative Opinions podcast. I'm your host, along with my other host. I am Stephen Williams, aka Wavy Will, and I'm joined with.
Shae like the butter.
Oh my gosh.
You don't let me be great.
Who else do we have on the call?
How y'all doing? It's Andre L. Sullivan, aka Dre, aka I suck toes too, aka I cook my own food, and aka if you ask me about any of this in person, I'm gonna laugh at you.
Yikes. And Dorian.
And it's me, Mr. Sullivan, the Dorian type. How y'all doing out there in the world?
What is up, man? What is good? So usually we're gonna go ahead and get into it, but like we do in most every episode, we recap on our last episode. So in the last episode, we was talking about friendships and relationships and things of that nature. And how did you guys think that last episode went?
Last episode was cool. We found out a lot of dirt about you and Shae.
Wait, what? You know I hate that topic.
But yeah, I mean, all that.
Dorian was unable to join us for the last episode, but we have him here with us today. So that's
I'm
a come
here
up.
today. I don't know what y'all was talking about, but I heard it was juicy.
Yeah, it was kind of juicy. Shae may not have liked it, but she'll be all right.
I don't like talking about the past. It's all about the future.
Hey, how can you get to the future if you don't know where you came from? Anyways,
Well, always mistakes are made are to be corrected, not repeated.
that part.
Wow.
That part.
Oh, okay.
That's how we starting off today. Okay, it makes sense. All
Love
right.
you, mean it. I
Okay.
love you.
I love you too, girl. So to start off today's episode, I'm gonna ask you guys a quick question. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
What do shooters do?
Shoot.
Hey.
Actually,
Okay.
shooters attempt to shoot, but if they don't know how to aim successfully and shoot at their target, they miss.
That was deep. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and follow the same train, no pun intended, that I did last episode.
Right.
Define shooter.
Oh God.
I mean, in any context that you want to take shooting in, like whether it be on a court, whether it be in the field, whether it be at a range, like shooters.
Okay.
Yeah.
They aim.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they pull back or squeeze, if you will.
No, not pull back or squeeze.
And then you let go and let God or Buddha or whoever you choose to believe in. But yeah, man.
Interesting. All right, so with that being said, have any of you ever shot your shot at somebody?
Of course.
Do you plan on going into further detail?
I mean, I have at one point, the people that I was interested in didn't like me because I'm so tall. So that was always like a hard thing.
Right.
Um,
Somebody got
that was
road
always
rage.
a hard thing to do or try to work over. But other in my adult life, it's a lot easier because I know what to go after. If that makes any sense.
That makes sense, I guess. Andre, have you frequently shot your shot?
Hey, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I don't even know how to talk to women. I'm just going to throw that out there. Yeah, man.
I can tell.
Like,
Yo,
no,
relax.
Hear me out. Hold on. I know how to speak to women. Shooting my shot, yeah. I'm liable because I'm a very, very blunt person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, how you doing? That's it. Like, I'm just that crazy.
Ain't no.
Like,
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in here.
Nah.
Oh,
Breath too
wow.
hot to be doing all that.
Oof.
Um, no, you know what I'm saying. I don't know how to actually shoot said shot. I'm still learning it in my older age.
Mm, that's tough.
What's your age?
Ooh, let's not talk about history. We're talking about the future.
Yo.
Oh, okay.
So Dorian, uh, have you ever shot your shot?
So it's like this.
All right.
I've shot plenty of things in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you know, to shoot a shot, I'm almost on the same page as not necessarily not knowing how to talk to women. I think as time travels into the future, the style and approach varies. And it turns into what I'm used to doing, I just cannot do anymore. And to having to change the way that I shoot, it sucks to me because it's like I really don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm used to talking to people a specific kind of way,
Mm-hmm.
and the society we living in today, if you ain't even like fit for the lifestyle, you might as well not even approach whoever it is that you're trying to talk to. You know what I'm
This
saying?
is true. This is true.
And nowadays I don't even shoot. Man, I just put the gun down and then wait for somebody to teach me how to shoot it nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
So you'll
It sucks
retrain at
that
the
it's like that
range.
for me. Yeah, I don't even look. I look nowadays. I don't even know what kind of guns out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yikes.
So I just, man, I just wait. I don't even read instruction manuals no more.
All right. So what was the outcome of you shooting your last shot?
Failed. Let me tell you how I failed though. So, um, my problem was like I felt like I was trying to teach her,
Mm-hmm.
and I probably shouldn't have did that. You know, you end up insulting a woman's intelligence sometimes when you try to like show her some things that she probably don't even care about. You know what I'm saying? So my issue was in my attempt, it seemed like I was making it as if I was better than her. When the truth
Oh.
was, I really wasn't doing it. I didn't know what you know, what you do, how you do it. I just wanted to show you what I know and what I could do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I guess it was just maybe it was a miscommunication on maybe both our behalves, but
Probably so.
she ain't like that. She was like, "Yeah, you're too grown for me." Basically, I was like, "Too grown?
Is that even a
What's that even
thing?
mean?"
Is that a thing? Being too grown for somebody?
It's weird that every male in this podcast literally just asks what that means.
That means you're boring.
What?
Really? Let's get into it.
Too
How
grown
is
is
that
being
boring when
boring?
you are trying to enhance, whoever it is? Oh, you know what? Let me use a better term.
Yeah,
How's it boring if you're trying to show something new, or maybe like show what you know, or maybe show what you even into per se? You know what I'm saying?
In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I feel like when you are dating, first it depends on the age of you and the person. And then they might be trying to still live, if it's a female, her hot girl summer life, while you're trying to settle down and be all lovey dovey. She's not ready for that. She wants that hit the streets, hit the club, do this, do that type of lifestyle. But you're trying to show her what you want in a wife, not a girlfriend, or just say hit it and quit it.
Mm.
Also, what you're saying is I'm asking for too much.
Probably at the time of her life that she felt like at the time of her life, you're probably not what she wants right now, but what she wants long term.
Oh,
That sounds like mixed signals to
So
me.
right now, she just wants to have fun and enjoy life. Where you're trying to think about the future, stocks and bonds type of deal, and she's like, still on her $40 lifestyle. Well, you
Not
probably already
paycheck to
lived that
paycheck.
lifestyle, and she's still trying to, find herself as an individual.
let's pause and bask in the fact that she said $40.
I was just gonna get to the $40.
Yeah. Mm. Uh, I don't know how to where to go from there, cause that just took a weird turn. Like the $40
Not
lifestyle
at all.
and
I mean, she
I'm sorry.
gave it perfectly. To be honest with you, it's just interesting. I just thought it was beautiful. That was just a $40 budget. That was all.
mm,
hear me out.
All
Hear
right.
me out.
Yes.
I get the concept. And you know what? You hit on a very good point on that age thing. But I feel like age is not defined by the year that you have lived on this green earth that we're supposed to be living on. I feel like age and experience is what we should go off of. Because a lot of the females that I've dealt with actually were older than me. Um, and it seems like the younger ones are darn near living that over $40 lifestyle that you mentioned. Because I seem to not understand.
Over
I used
$40
to think it
lifestyle.
was me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a complete opposite because the older females, maybe because of the fact that they're older,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's nothing you can possibly teach them. You might be right on that end. The younger females, I don't necessarily. It's a different attempt. I don't even like try to approach with the whole, yeah, I can show you this, I can teach you this, I can this and that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even they don't really care about that. Yeah, they look for a good time, but I think a lot of the older women are looking for, I don't know, maybe something just spontaneous at the time sometimes. But but you can correct me if y'all looking for something else out there. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting that you take there. Like I don't know how to react when I shoot said shot and I don't necessarily get the reaction that I'm looking for. It's like when I get a different reaction from me actually trying to shoot my shot, it's like, oh, okay. So are you gonna allow me to shoot my shot or not? Like it's I try to refer back to like what I was intending to do in the first place, but it's just that awkward silence after stuff like that happens. Does that make any sense?
Nah, it makes sense because I got two reactions. I ain't even gonna count with you, man. I got I'm learning this zodiac stuff, so I'm trying to attribute it accordingly. So
Right.
I'm a I'm a Cancer apparently. Found that out.
Apparently.
Um, and so one of my reactions is I'm dramatic. Um, and I call myself ugly after every time. Boom,
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah, every time,
Oh
every
no.
time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She don't want me up. I'm ugly. Ha! Boom! I knew it. Ugly ass little boy.
Oof.
Um, and then the other reaction is like, you know what? All right, cool. You probably stank anyway. Like like something dramatic, something
Yo.
dramatic. I'm
So
not gonna
there's
cap.
no in between. There's no gray area.
There's no great. You know why? There is gray area, but I choose not to acknowledge that gray area because why? Why you just shot? You just denied my shot. And what's the point of me acknowledging any gray area at that point? So, I'm a. And here's the thing: that gray area exists only if they let it. It's not my job at that point to give it gray area. You feel me?
Mm.
I'm gonna go either right or left. So either I'm ugly or you stink. Which one you wanted to be?
Oof. Yikes. It's either you ugly or you stink. Is that what you said?
Either I'm ugly or she stink. Which one? Boom. Pick.
Maybe
Now
it's
that now
both. I don't know.
you can fill in that gray area.
I don't
And
know. Maybe it's both. I don't know what the case is.
if she wants to fill in that gray area, cool, bam. But if not, hey, I'm still gonna live my over $40 budget life.
Oh, that's interesting. Dang. I don't know where else to go from there. That's just different. Um, so Dorian, do you mind sharing the last time you went? You shot your shot at somebody.
All right. So my last attempt was with a woman. I will not mention names for the sake of confidentiality.
Mm,
Um, this woman was um about 33 at the time. Um, all I wanted to do was actually like
All ready?
try to fill her out.
All right, sweet.
She
We starting in
she
3, 2, and 1.
sorry, that was weird.
she she basically told me, she was looking for a man who was, stable, balanced lifestyle, no kids. Nobody wants kids apparently. And she wanted she just wanted to find somebody that she can just build with, which I was cool with.
Right.
I was very cool with that. So I kept, explaining myself, telling her about me, this and that. And we were gonna go on a date. We were gonna go on a date.
But
I stress were because then this weird circumstance happened. She basically told me and I feel bad about this. And actually, I don't feel bad. I blame my mother and father for this.
oh,
Without saying it, she basically said I did not fit a height requirement. Yep, I'm short.
wait, what?
I'm not tall enough for her. Yep. Um, and my 5'8" ass looked her in her 6 foot ass eyes
Wait.
and said, "Yes, you heard me. Because I was not tall enough. Absolutely. And
Oh,
we were having the discussion about it. I was like, so you're saying like you want a man who can look down at you when you have on heels?" Her response was, "I would prefer it." Now,
wow.
I hate when you get that positive shutdown. It's like, yeah, you're cute and you look like you have a lot going on, and you smell good, this and that, all the extra ass shit that really doesn't matter.
Mhm.
But she basically said, "You are not tall enough to ride this ride," and I was like, wow, wow. Um, it was
That's not rude at
unfortunate,
all.
and I was like, okay. Well, it was nice knowing you. And funny thing is, to this day, now she's trying to, basically apologize and like come back to me and be like, "Yeah, we can go on a date if you want to." I'm like, "Nah, you probably at this rate, I think you're looking for a free meal. Nah, we can just say nice meeting each other and go on about our business." And
Yikes.
hadn't heard from her since.
Yikes. Wow, that sucks. Uh,
Shout out to all the dudes shorter than 6 feet. We out here running the world
hey, you
still.
know what
I
I'm
don't care about you
saying?
taller people. You know what
Five
I'm
foot
saying?
ten. You know what I'm saying?
Eh, yeah, we here. We here. We ain't going nowhere.
Shots fired, short mother.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
oh.
Every noob I know is like under 6 foot though.
But
So
you're
that's
like
Hey,
an
hey,
Amazon.
and
You
and
like
guess what?
6'2".
At the end of the day, never mind. I don't want to go there.
I'm not even. I mean, I'm just saying, love you meaning.
Yikes! I don't believe you.
It's okay to be short, but I can't understand how they feel like because five. All right, so me being tall because I'm the average height for a male, and shout out to the back of the line.
Mm-hmm.
But when I put on heels, that adds about 3 inches. So if you are 5'8" and she's 6 foot with heels, and then she's probably like 6'3", then at that point it's like if something happens, can you pick her up and throw her over your shoulder
Yes,
and
I
run?
can, cause
That's
I'm a
called the
strong
gym.
man.
It's
Yes,
called the
sir, I
gym.
am. We lift out here. I will climb a tree. I will lift a boulder. What do you mean?
That part.
Not a
And then
bold.
I like for me, I don't date man when you know when you go to the bar and you sit on the bar stool and their feet don't touch. I feel
Okay,
some
now
type of
see, see,
way.
see, see, see.
So you
Hold
judgmental.
on. Wait.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm
like,
sorry.
Yo.
My feet can touch.
That was that was that was.
Yo. I don't know how to feel about that.
Oh, you short people. I'm sorry. That one took me.
First off, my feet can touch. That's just my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Now I ain't saying nothing about the other short people. My feet can touch. Um, my biggest issue with it really though was like if you're gonna shut me down because of my height, Don't like beat around it. Literally say it. You too short for me. You know what I'm saying? Don't like say some like small stuff like, I mean, I just feel like, if we was to go somewhere, like the way it would look. Like, what do you mean how it would look? At that rate, I'm thinking you calling me ugly. No, you saying because I'm short. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It I had to pry that out of her. You know what I'm saying?
And I understand that because a lot of people will then compare themselves because a lot of people approach me who are shorter than me, and they'll compare themselves to Kevin Hart, and I'm like, it's Kevin Hart.
Oh no, that nigga is shorter than me. So I nah.
And so it's like they're like, oh, look at Kevin Hart. All his spouses are taller than him, but it's just a confidence thing.
Everybody's
I did
taller than
struggle with
Kevin
that
Hart. What are you
problem.
talking about?
Yeah. Well, I struggled with that height thing, but um, if you walk with confidence and you are like securing yourself as a man and it shows on the outside, I don't really care how tall you are, as long as I feel protected and safe with you as a human being. But my preference would be a little bit taller than that, only because of genetics, and I don't want short kids. But so I can understand your side, and I can also understand her side as a woman.
I don't understand it. Like honestly, it's just height. It doesn't really matter because for the majority of the time, whenever you and I went out, Shay, you would wear heels and you were
So,
taller than me, and it really didn't matter. Like,
Well, let's get into it. Here's how I feel. Let's. My thing is, um, I've dated. I ain't gonna say date. I can't use that term. I feel like we're being real on this podcast, right?
right, and
Right,
transparent. Don't forget that.
and transparent. Hear me out. I have had sexual interactions with a handful of taller women than me, and honestly, I I have not. I have made it to where I think they felt more secure than them being with someone who is average height in the NBA, which is about
Right.
6 foot 1, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like she was actually correct with that. Shae was actually correct. That confidence, like you say, because me personally, I wouldn't care if you was about 7 feet. If I find you attractive and I want to climb this tree, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna find the branches and I'm finna jump up there and I'm gonna get to doing what
Jump
I
on
do.
it.
in my
And
opinion, shorter men, it's two type of people that have something to prove. Short men and not so attractive women. So I feel like when you're in that intimate space, you're trying to prove like something. If
That
that
ma-
makes sense.
that makes sense, I guess.
That makes sense. Because it's kind of like how people say like, "Oh, why she with that dude? He broke because he got something to prove outside of financial." Like, oh, you might think I'm short, but this is what I can do. Like, I knock down trees at the end of the day. So
so
they'll come back. So you're good for behind closed doors and for a house setting, but you're not good for the public eye.
oh, the public eye. So that's what I was waiting for. So let's get into it then. Let's define short. What is short for
That is a good question. Yes,
a height? Whatever specific height. What is short?
Short for me is anything that's shorter than me with no shoes on.
bruh.
Shorter than me with no, and
So
you are.
I
She is 5'12".
Oh
I'm
Lord.
tall, but I am not the tall of my line. But I am 5'9" and a quarter. That's all I am. But I appear to be 5'11". My basketball record says 6 foot. But
Mm.
Did you say up here?
Bruh.
Okay.
that's what
Up
I
here.
said. So I'm just. I mean, some people like how tall are you at 5'11", 6 foot. I am tall. I mean, I am a tall woman. So someone who I look eye to eye with can probably cut it. But anybody who like looks up to me, I think that's a little too short.
Mm.
Kind of like
Yikes.
if we were to take pictures side by side and I got to kneel down or all our pictures of me sitting down, that means you're too short.
Mm, so I'm too short.
But
Basically.
you're 5'8".
Yikes.
My daughter's 5'8" and 10.
Okay. All right. Hear
What?
me out.
Yo.
You know what?
Wow.
I mean,
Not Ari being 5'10". Yo. Yikes.
but I don't think height is a thing when you're a height is like I said, height is a thing when you're young, when you're just looking for that fun person, that person to take pictures with for Instagram, for clout, for all that type of stuff. Height doesn't matter to someone who's a go-getter, who's looking for someone to grow with or build a legacy or settle down with. It doesn't matter. So the mindset of the woman does matter. If you're looking for a woman who just wants you to talk to you for likes and care about what other people say, then no, height's going to be a problem. But if you're looking for a go-getter, she don't care how tall you are, as long as you treat her some certain type of way, and you're able to take care of home, and you're interested in her, the things that she's interested in, and you're able to grow together, as well as improve yourself as an individual.
Okay,
So
question. So question for you, Shae.
go.
Have you ever shot your shot and missed?
Of course, a couple of times.
All right, so going to detail.
I mean, it was just one person in South Carolina State. I won't say his name.
Okay.
Okay, but he was a member of he was a noob. He still goes there.
Man,
Yikes.
you got shot down. One of my kind. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. He was fine. He was fine, and he was just like, like he was just, we had fun. We hung out a couple of times, but for a relationship, I wanted a relationship. He was like, nah, it ain't happening. But guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Now he all washed up. He in my inbox trying
Not
to
washed
let's
up.
pick up where we left off. You know what I mean?
So
So
you
like I
saying he
said,
a washed up
you know
noob?
me. I always,
Or he just washed up as a person?
he was just like, he's very attractive, like very attractive. So he done been with this person, that person, this person, that person.
Gotcha.
And now it's running its course. He's in his 30s now, or 30, and now he's ready to settle down. But he wasn't ready to settle down. I've always been a settle down type of girl. I've never been the type of girl that likes, every relationship I'm in it like it's my last. But that's how I date. I don't date for fun or for likes. I don't date for clout or anything like that. I date for marriage. I ain't got time for that.
That's good.
So he wasn't ready for that. So I missed in 8th grade when I liked this boy and I wrote him a letter and I folded the envelope.
Wait, so is this the second time you shot your shot and missed, or is this still the first?
That's my first, basically. My second one was college, and then after that, I haven't.
Wait, so you was in 8th grade trying to talk to somebody that was going to South Carolina State?
No, I said my first shot was 8th grade. So, but the most memorable one was South Carolina State because I was embarrassed and I gave him like I did stuff.
Yikes, that's interesting.
For
those watching on my Facebook Live, we're talking about shooting your shot, sneaky links, and friend zones. So if you care to share your story, this is a safe space. So please, in the comments, drop your recent episode of you shooting your shot and missing, if you don't mind.
So Shae, with this new, did you you said you didn't want to speak on the things that you did, but did you give him everything?
So at this time, I was going to an HBCU, and because of him, I became a member of this organization that they classify as Kappa Diamonds, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
Okay, sweet. Hey, sis, how you doing, girl? You ain't say all that, man. No, I'm sorry.
Interesting.
That you did that.
Yes.
But anywho, so.
Please, they don't even have those type of organizations at Jacksonville, or do they?
I mean, that sounded like a shot.
Come to Jacksonville.
That sounded like a shot.
I
got some sisters for you to meet.
Yeah, that part.
Ooh, is that 1-800 Haven?
I'm sorry, what?
Yo,
What is
um,
that?
Hello? Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I thought it thought. My bad. My
But
bad.
but I asked the
Oh
question.
well, just for the record, Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated is a non-hazing organization.
bruh.
Yes, all those words for all the orgs. Yes, lies. But anywho, uh, I do have a question. I asked that question because since we speaking on the topic, when you did that, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you do it in hopes of, you know, yeah, you said you dated for marriage, or you're not dating just for the fun of it. But was there also anything else that you were like looking forward to, just because of the fact that you gave your time per se?
I gave him my time, so I was hoping that showing him that I was interested in my capabilities and my skills that would win him over, but it didn't. And I felt bad and horrible as a person. Um, and I like realized that I didn't have to participate in those forms of activities
Mm.
to get someone to like me. Period.
Uh,
And that brings up a good point for me, man. Because with that 33-year-old, like, I did like feel like I was like doing. I'm not one to do too much, but when I
mm,
start feeling like I gotta like, you know, show you a lifestyle, or show you like, or give you this, or like, what I'm saying, all that extra stuff, I started to feel like I was dumbing myself down. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not one to just throw stuff out there. Like, nah, if you want to find out, stick around type deal. That's
that
me.
part.
And I've gotten back to those roots. However, that 33-year-old kind of pissed me off, especially with this height thing. But
Yikes. I mean,
that also.
I shoot my shot quite frequently. It's not that I'm actually trying to get with a person. It's just like I do it for fun, for sport. I remember when I was on when I was at JU and I was doing Dolphin Radio. I shot my shot live on a radio, and like she claims that I missed, but I really didn't, even though like it didn't work out, I guess. So like on the air, she like confirmed of me making the shot, but then on the next episode she claimed that I missed the shot. So it was kind of weird, it was awkward, but like me being the cordial guy that I am, like I was okay with it. And the more that she claimed that I missed my shot, the more I was looking at my DMs like, wait, that's not what you were saying here in the DMs. I have receipts to show that what you're saying on this radio show is not what you were saying in my DMs. So do I post that or do I just like, keep it to myself? Cuz I'm cool with either way. Um Dre, what about you? When's the last time you shot your shot and missed?
Shot my shot and missed. Recently, actually. So
When you
what
say
happened?
recently?
Like within the last month,
Oh, okay.
or not yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So it was a young lady. She's a member of a Divine Out organization, and I said what I said to her. Once again, I'm a very very blunt person. At the time, I wasn't really wanting anything from her more than a conversation, but apparently she and many others, by the way, have a perception of Dre without getting to know Andre. And it's one that has I don't know how I obtained said perception. I won't say I was popular in my college years.
Sure.
Yes, you were, sir. Yes, you were, sir.
Again, I
Can you define popular? Because I want to know no. Was this popular? What did you do?
That's what I'm saying. I would not say I was popular. I would say I was known. People knew of me. I wouldn't say I was popular.
That's, isn't that
Others
what
may say
popular
that.
is?
I would disagree. But with that being said, she was under the impression that I was quote unquote that alpha, and
I mean,
That
that was true to a point. You are an alpha. You were the solo
I
in your
I
line.
am
So
an alpha. Shout out to the seven.
You didn't blow the whistle though.
No, no, not at all. But she was under the. She let her neos or her pros or her LSs tell her about me, and I barely know any of these women. And what was interesting about me, because she curved the hell out my ass.
not the super curve.
It was interesting because one, I don't converse with her neos, pros, or LSs or any of her in a circle. And everything that she told, the reasoning behind her saying that she didn't want to do whatever with me was because I have quote unquote fans.
But was she right?
I don't know if they are fans. Hey, come get an autograph. If she her one another one of her reasons was I have hoes. Please point them out,
you got hoes.
bruh.
He got
Please
hoes.
point them out because they got work to do. And
Bruh.
three was the biggest one for me was that because of one and two, I didn't know how to treat women.
What?
And that was that's the one that got me because I was just like, hey,
How was
oh,
that? I mean,
for real?
I would definitely say that you were fairly well known and popular on the campus at JU because we, as roommates, you, Dorian, and I, we have done studies about who's the most popular, and I
And
believe
Dorian
Andre.
always wins. So, with that being stated and confirmed,
I'm not commenting
I
on
just
this.
I feel like
Because once again, short people have something to prove.
Yo,
see.
Let's get into
y'all firing
it.
shots today.
Listen, get off that short stuff. Anyways, we're gonna keep that short.
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
see what you did there.
Wow.
I feel like at the end of the day, she could have taken the time to be like, "Hi, my name is." I'm not gonna put a name out there because
You should. You should. This is a safe
we cool.
space.
I ain't got no beef with her,
This
but
is a safe
she
space.
could have been like, "Let me get the time to know Andre," instead of having other people tell her about Dre, because I don't know that nigga she's talking about.
Right. You didn't get the who are you? You got the I heard you was. And
Yes.
I hate that.
Yeah.
That's like even me. I think both of you guys, y'all already know. Like it's always a I heard you do this. I heard you was doing that.
He
And
said,
it's like,
she said.
and it's like well, not obviously not you, ma'am. I mean, but it's more so like a yeah. We heard that you was doing this or you had this going on, and I'm like, well, who told you that? And it be
Right.
people that you don't even like intertwine with. Like you never even had like more than a 30-second conversation with some of these people. It's like
Right.
how can someone you have not even done read? How can someone you have not even sat in the same room with have anything to say about you? You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
I was. Oh, go ahead.
How? So, what was the result of you shooting your shot besides her like trying to dig into what you know who Dre was versus who Andre
I
was?
mean, we're cool. I mean, I don't think I would call us besties and no shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? We cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm currently not trying to do what I was doing before. But and like remind her on several different occasions, like you missed out because that's whatever,
Right.
and whatever you missed out on, you never gonna know because you wasn't trying to know then.
That part.
And and I constantly remind her, and a bunch of her LSs who claimed they knew me, get to know me before y'all start telling people about the
Right.
person that you thought you knew. Because the person that you thought you knew, I don't know that nigga.
Would you say that the examples that y'all have given already has been the worst reaction that you've received to you shooting your shot?
Oh nah, not at all.
So what was the worst reaction you received to you shooting your shot?
Oh, the worst reaction that I've ever received. I think the worst reaction I've ever received may have came from a young lady that I've tried to talk to at the probate. First of all, don't try to holler at nobody that probates, except the people who probate. Um, Word to the wise.
Just so y'all know, when I come to tell my story, I'm gonna tell names because I don't care. This is my show. This is our show, so I'm gonna say names.
Yeah. This show, I got people who shoot. But nah, but yeah, man. She was like, nigga, no, and that I think that's the worst reaction, in my opinion, you could get, nigga, no, not because they don't, they turn you down or your shot getting completely blocked.
Mutombo blocked.
The nigga no for me is worse because they're literally going off what they see at first sight.
Yeah.
So you said nigga no because damn.
Yes.
Like what did I look like that day for you to be like nigga no? Like damn.
Bruh. So back when I was on campus, staying in apartments, and Dorian, you and Andre, y'all know who this is. I shot my shot at Deja and missed the whole court. Not just the rim. I missed the whole entire court.
I wouldn't even shot that, but you go ahead with this story.
Bruh, I missed so bad it wasn't, man. I was kind of devastated, but then I should have known better, but like I just felt so deflated afterwards. Like, bruh, like you gotta hold yourself afterwards because it's not how she said what she said, it's the manner in which she said it. It was like a dismissive, like you don't even qualify to even think that you can shoot your shot at me type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Yeah, that was yeah, that was tough. What'd you say, Dorian?
That the fact that it made you feel less than.
You had to hold yourself at night.
Man, I rock myself, hold myself. It was crucial.
Yeah, it was the holding yourself part.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah.
You need a hug, bro.
I do.
I'm not gonna.
Oof. Wow. Thought I had a friend.
You do.
What about What about you, Shae? What was the worst reaction you received to shooting your shot? I think you have to unmute yourself in order to like participate.
When I wrote that letter in 8th grade, he read it out loud to everyone on the bus.
What?
Yes.
That's
he read it out loud.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, and it was like he read it. He was like, "Yo, y'all won't believe who wrote me this letter today." He read the whole thing, and it was like, if you want to go to the homecoming dance, call me, but call me after 7 because my minute's free. Like it was something like that. And yeah, he read it to the whole bus, and I cried. But
did you cry on the bus? Did you cry on the bus?
When I got home and I called my friend and told him that he read the letter. And then the sucky thing was he was part of the boys basketball team and I was part on the females basketball team. You better stop walking for they see you. after that, so after that, so after that, it I move slowly now. I try not to I do a little bit more research, before I approach somebody. Um, I try to take them out as friends or go in group settings and things like that to try and get to know them as an individual.
Right.
Back in like today, I don't go off with physical looks. I go off a person. Back in my younger days, I went off physical looks. Like if you weren't tall enough, you didn't have a six pack, if you didn't have a beard, like that type of stuff. That a lot of
Wait, I didn't have no beard back then. I was in the army. What are you talking about?
we still talk about you and me. But like I
Alright.
said, when I met you,
Alright.
I was a baby.
All right. No, you wasn't. You was grown.
Okay. So, to be continued. Yeah. So I really haven't had a dramatic moment to where I had to go home and hug myself.
Mm. How did you feel afterwards, Andre, when you got the worst reaction from shooting your shot?
Here's the thing. This is why I say it's the worst time to do it at probates. There are very few solos in the world. I'm gonna repeat that statement. There are very few solos in the world. Meaning
Let's
that
say true solos.
yeah, them true. It's true. Yeah. We need to get a sign that say Sullivan solo, Dorian. We need to work on that. That's later. That's later.
Yikes.
Anyways, when I say that, I mean everybody got an LS. And everybody got an LB. And everybody got a favorite LS. And everybody got a favorite LB. So somebody saw you get your ass rejected.
Bruh.
In my case, it was her favorite LS. Ha ha, got your ass rejected. So I can't move down the line
Bruh.
real quick because the LS saw it.
Yikes.
And not that I do that, by the way. Just want to point that out. But it was just like if I could, it was like, oh, that one shot, yeah, it blew up. So that's all.
Dorian, would you say that old girl, the 33-year-old who declined your shot, who blocked it like Mutombo, because of your height, would you say that was the worst reaction that you received from shooting your shot?
Honestly, no.
Oh my gosh.
But it was shocking because I've not once encountered a female who used height as a reason to
Decline said action.
yeah. If you want to know the worst for me, I want to say the worst for me has to have probably been man, what's the worst? I've never really had any per se bad rejections. Um, the worst well, maybe the worst out of them would be a female who went to Jay Shack. She doesn't go anymore. She basically told me I always get the sympathy card, like it's a no because I'm working on myself, or the last relationship I was in, it just didn't work out and it scarred me. That type of I don't know, mate. It's like every girl who I just so happen to shoot my shot is a pretty girl and they have life problems for some reason. I don't understand what it is, but
Mm.
they basically it's like what this one song says. Like I'm present off of someone's exit. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going, and I'm here now, but I can't do anything because they're still trying to get this man to come back for some odd reason, even though they hurt them and all of this good stuff. And now I'm like, I don't. What am I supposed to do? Just miss out on the opportunity because you grieving? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like,
Did
but
did things get
that's
awkward?
probably the worst. It's awkward because how am I supposed to like feel after I just tried to
Shoot your
show
shot.
you that I want you, and you're basically I don't want you. I want somebody else that hurt me and made me feel less than a woman. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, maybe you might make me feel more of a woman, but I want to be with him because I thought I was more of a woman for him. And I'm like, what? Basically, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it makes you think like why are you chasing something that you just said was not
For you.
for you. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, that's kind of weird. That's a double entendre, it's weird. It's an oxymoron, really. Andre, did you ever talk to the person since you try to holler at them at their probate?
Oh yeah, I've definitely spoken to her since.
Hmm.
It was. I'm not gonna say when I spoke to her, but yeah, nah. I've we've had a long conversations about her rejection, and it's it's been the feeling has not been the same since on her part, obviously, because you decided to do a quick little turn and say "nigga no," but at the end of the day, like that echoes through my head
Right.
now. So when I see you, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, F no." But
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a whole band with y'all. I'm gonna keep it a whole band with y'all. And Shae can agree or disagree, but I'm gonna just tell you she lying. Um,
oh damn,
Even though Shae is my ex-wife, I shot my shot at her and I missed. I did, and it was terrible. She's,
Well, when you shot, how did you shoot?
I mean, she, uh, I shot it like I would normally if I was shooting my shot. Like, hey girl, how you doing? You want to get back with me or whatever?
time out. Is all of your shots the beginning of a Charlie Wilson song?
And no, no. She probably got something to say, but her mic is probably on mute. So if she is saying anything to refute what I'm saying, she's lying. So whatever.
Wow. Um, so let me get this straight. Like, I got a question for you.
I have an answer for you.
So I think actually anybody can answer this question. So when shooting, right? Um, is there a specific way that you have to shoot?
In
That's a
my
good
opinion, I
question.
never shoot my shot where one I'm in front of people and where two there's evidence.
I mean, that makes sense because both of them happened when you were in eighth grade, and that's still a scar for you. So that's understandable.
It's not a scar. It's just my first time being rejected by somebody who I wanted.
Uh,
But yeah,
you wouldn't consider that
I,
a scar?
no, because he want me now.
Hey.
I don't like. I wouldn't consider. I'm not scarred from it. Like it's not a tragic event, but that was my first time. Like writing something down on how I wanted to talk to someone at that time. Um, but now I don't approach men really. They approach me because I feel like one, I'm a very dominant person, as I stated. Not only that, I'm tall, standing fortitude. Like even in heels, I'm like 6'2". So if you have the balls, as I say, for lack of a better word, to approach me in public, I will never shut you down because I love a man who is very like stern, and I give everyone a chance. Really, not saying I'm desperate, but I feel like everybody have different things to prove. You know.
Even those that's 5'8" and shorter.
Oof.
Yeah, even though that a 5'8" is short, if I fall in love with a short man, which I won't,
Yeah, that's not
I'm not
gonna
Oh, whoa, whoa,
because
whoa, whoa! How can you say you won't?
She said what she said.
She did, Dorian. You just
Oh, whoa! How does one define love based off height?
because I mean
She's not even gonna be
have
attracted to you to even get to that level of love if you're not at a certain height requirement. So it's like, thank you, but next.
I would never say thank you next. I will go on a couple of dates with you, and you will have something to make me feel
So
comfortable.
you mean to tell me you'd
Um,
go on a date with a person that's shorter than your height expectation?
yeah. She
I,
said she gonna go on a date. They just not gonna sit in the high stools.
Who she didn't say that?
yeah, and I'm gonna wear sneakers or flats or sandals or something like that.
Let's be honest. That
First of all,
probably
she
gonna help
lying.
you out with
She
that.
lying.
If they shorter than you and you got to stoop down that little, that must mean they midgets at this point.
Yeah. If
Hmm.
they head don't come up
Well,
to the bottom, if the head come below the bottom of Shay's neck, she's not gonna talk to him. Stop it. I
I
don't know why she
mean,
lying
it
to
is
y'all
what
like
it is.
that.
I really don't think like shooting your shot don't really fall under my category. But I'm trying to participate as much as possible with my stories, just because I feel like I'm a woman, and you know, we normally are on the other end of you guys' story. But I feel bad for anyone who didn't give you guys the opportunity to get to know them, especially you, Stefan, because
Yo,
I can
whoa.
kind of
Oh, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. You got it.
oh, because when I met you, you guys, when I met him, he wore this tall T-shirt, like uh,
Well, you
what's
was
those?
naked in your white tee.
Yes, and he was like,
Oh, you was
he
snapping and rolling.
Fabo. Fabo. Hey. You
he
know?
had the T-shirt with the cards on it and the glass.
Oh,
My
you,
boy been
you was lean with it, rock with it.
My boy was showing
Oh,
it. Sports.
Okay. Okay.
you
All
had
right,
the
Shay.
baggy big shorts that hang down to your ankles.
Shay, I
Yes,
would never.
and then he rubber band the bottom of it to make it like a
Sh-
perfect V,
Oh, you
like his
rubber band
Jabos.
the bottom.
Yo, you are violating right now. Like, I'm not even gonna talk about what. You know what? I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna let you be great. I'm not gonna talk about the outfit you had on. All right, it's cool. It's cool. That's what we're doing,
Guess
Shay.
what?
All right, cool, cool, cool.
You brought it up.
Nah, it's cool.
I dissed you, but I was just like, come on. So when you approached me, it was because of we were dancing, and I like dancing, and
No,
we,
you were dancing and I was watching.
yeah, like most people did. But you approached me, and you went, and we danced together a couple of songs, and I enjoyed myself. So that's as far as it needed to go.
You
That's
snapped and
that's not
rolled
as far
with
as
it.
it went though. So why you over here lying on
My dog
a
Dre.
podcast? You may as well tell it all.
Okay.
Yes, let's hear how you were laffy taffying with him.
You know,
I am interested. I
you know,
am
My
you
interested.
dog
know
called
what?
Ooh-wee.
So after that, he tried to get me to come to his um room, and I would not go. Like, cause who you think I am?
Time out, time out. You
The
really brought
barracks.
up a drink and then
The
said, I'm
Barrett.
gonna take you home with me.
He was like, I'm getting ready to leave for deployment, so this is our chance to get okay.
Mind you, I
Not the
was living in
barracks
the
rat
barracks.
lifestyle.
I was living in the barracks, but I had the whole barracks room to myself because I was at Charlie TSB at Fort Jackson, and I was no longer in AIT, but I wasn't at my duty station yet, so I was doing
Good
my
old
Fox Five
relaxing
qualifier.
Jackson.
Yeah,
So after that, 2 years later, or maybe three,
it was
that's when
three.
it like you had like, come on, maybe it was 2 years later. Um, we started talking again on Yahoo Messenger, and that's how it happened.
Not
So
Yahoo Messenger.
Hey,
This is a
relax,
blast
relax,
from the past for real
relax,
right now.
My
relax.
dog got him through Yahoo.
Hey, that was back when we had Zenga, you know.
I don't know about that, but like it was Skype was a popular thing. So we talked on Yahoo Messenger and AIM, and then all that type of glad stuff. So I don't think I rejected him. I think he just, he was getting ready to go, and I just wasn't the one
But she
for
wasn't
him at
gonna
that
tell y'all
time.
that we was making out on the dance floor though.
Okay, first of all, let's say he always tell people we were making out.
We
Okay,
weren't.
when somebody like you is
Tell a whole
and
lot again.
my this is the honest truth. My sister still you kissed me and I had no choice. It's hard to not kiss somebody back. It really is.
What?
But you act like we was just sitting
Explain
here
that.
fondling each
Explain
other on
how.
the dance floor.
I mean, if you don't want to kiss somebody back, you don't kiss them back.
Okay, well, all right, whatever. However you want to tell the story, that's fine. I just know what I know. And what's the next?
Man, that's all.
Sounds
I mean,
like
I just know what
denial.
I remember you reaching in and kissed me. I think it was like some R. Kelly joint was playing, probably like "Seems Like You Ready," and you got real close to me grinding.
Whoa!
Or no, it was.
You are violating right now, yo. Like honestly.
It was either that. It was like because that used to be the closer, like "Seems Like You Ready" or "Genuine Pony," or it was another like slow song that they used to play all the time to like
T-shirt and my
start
panties
catching
on.
vibes. Because I met him at this place called what was that place the Cock Lounge in Five
In
Points in
Colombia.
Colombia.
Wow.
So
Wow.
if you want, I don't think I rejected you like that.
Yeah. She
Because I wasn't
violating
working with
right
a lot
now.
at that time.
I'm gonna let her
So
have it.
at that time of my age, my choices was very thin. If you understand.
Right. This is what we doing on the the Creative Opinions podcast. That's definitely creative of that story that you're telling, Shay.
Hey, I mean,
It's very
huh?
creative. That's a very creative story that you just told. But I'm
Oh,
gonna
and
let you
then
have
he
it.
used to, and then he started reading me poetry. Yeah.
You are out of pocket right now. Yo, you are so out of pocket. Yo, okay. I cannot believe this. You being so out of
Right,
pocket
what's
right
the
now.
next one?
Hmm. You.
Nothing.
Wow. Anyways, we're gonna move this right along because Shay just violated the whole thing just now. But wow. Have you ever shot your shot at a friend, Dre?
Yes, sir, I have.
Oh, Dorian. Okay.
Yeah,
And I'm not ashamed to admit it.
great answer, Dre. Great answer.
Definitely a great answer. Carmen on here talking about she telling her truth. You know
Now you
what?
said, have we ever shot at a friend?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my emerging eminence right there. Coming up out of the friend zone. What you mean?
That's how you get about the friend zone. Tell them.
Nah, man. Have I ever shot my shot at a friend? Yeah, man. I feel like my best relationships have come from
Friendships.
the friend zone, or friendships, if you will.
Yeah.
My last girlfriend, yeah. So came right up out of that. We were friends, like for real, for real. And like it was like a legit friendship. It wasn't like I'm gonna try to like sneaky link her, try to poke her when I get a chance. Like it was like we was friends for real. It wasn't none of that. And literally one day, I was like, I'm gonna do some real extra jump and wrote her one of them little cards and said, "If you like me, check yes
Bruh,
or
no you
check no."
didn't. No you didn't.
Yes, I did.
On some real brown sugar type stuff?
I did, bro. On
Yikes.
real talk. I'm no shame in none of it. I did it.
You was feeling real Tay Diggs like, right?
Yeah. It worked. It worked though. Just
It
saying.
worked. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, man. Nah. I mean, have I shot a friend? Yeah. I feel like that's the safest, almost the safest way outside of you
That's
know non-disclosure agreements to do it.
would you say that shooting your shot at a friend is more so like a layup or a free throw than like a random?
Oh no. When I say safe, I mean you're shooting a three with nobody around you. Then you can brick, bitch. You
And
can
you
brick
Steph
that hoe.
Curry?
You can still brick, but
Bruh.
end up right back in the friend zone. But it's just yeah, ain't no blockers around. We just gonna throw these up
Is
before the
it
game.
is it possible to be in the friend zone, shoot your shot, and then get demoted to being, lower than a friend zone? Not even being friends anymore?
I think Sullivan Dorian type would be the best person to answer that.
Um, uh, so
Oh
let me break the question down so I can make sure I answer this as best as
god.
possible.
Oh man.
Is it possible to be demoted
Mhm.
from higher than the friend zone?
Is it possible to be demoted from the friend zone after you shot your shot at a friend while you were in the friend zone?
Man, yes and no. Um, I think it depends on how you shoot. Because me personally, and this is just me, um, I've shot I've shot at a few friends in my lifetime, and I'm about to expose myself.
Yes, we're here for it. Let's do it.
So some of my friends that I per se shot my shot at, it wasn't per se a shot. It was just me being very honest with them, and they took it upon themselves to find out how true my statements were. Um, and after they, found out the truth, they wanted more. But when I did not give them more, I then turned into just a friend who just so happened to have maybe gave them the satisfaction that I said I could provide. And it's like once I stopped doing that, I was I was a friend per se, but not a higher level of a friend that I used to be. Um, I think I'm explaining this as best as possible.
I mean, you really beating around the bush because all you really got said you had sex with her because you said you could do some tricks in the bedroom, and then when you had sex with her, she didn't look at you as a friend anymore. It's more because no one has sex with their friends.
Oh no, no, it's okay to be friends and have sex, in my opinion.
No, it's not because that's not a friend.
Sure, it is.
No, it's not. That is there's a friend and there's a friends with benefits or a casual sexual partner.
Casual sex is one thing. If you just so happen to be my friend and we have casual sex, what does that really make me?
A friend with benefits.
But a friend indeed.
But you're not a friend. Like
not a friend indeed, but a friend in need.
Yeah, like I just trust you enough to have sex with you. So you're good enough to lay down on your back, but you're not good enough to stand on your feet and go anywhere with me.
So is that even a friend?
I don't know. I'm still friends with these individuals.
What's his friend's name?
I won't get into that, but I am still friends with some of these people. They haven't even like they wouldn't be anybody you would know even. So it's like what I'm saying. I could still talk to them as normal as I'm talking to you all right now, and it would never be a hey, remember when we did this? Yeah, I missed that type deal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it could
just be on some casual conversation.
Would you shoot your shot at them again?
I think it depends on where we are in life. I won't say no. I wouldn't. I'll be because you never know what the future may entail. And to be completely honest, if we're being like 100% about it, hell, sometimes friends end up turning into wives or husbands. Let's be honest.
That is true. Because Shae definitely did turn into the wife after we were friends first. That is true.
Right. I'm a little different about how I feel about when it comes to sex. Call me the devil in disguise or whatever you want to call me with the word sex or whatever you want to call it. But sex is what it is. It's sex. People kind of take it overboard sometimes and make it seem like it. The whole soul tie thing. That's cool and all if you believe in that. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm pretty sure it is, but it's like this prostitution is a thing. I don't see prostitutes catching feelings, even though it's about $1. I'm just saying. I'm just using it as it might be a terrible example.
Definitely.
At the end of the day, what did they do? They provided the satisfaction that us as humans engage in, and I mean it sucks. But if I was to just so happen to be best friends with this female for a long time, and then all of a sudden we end up knocking the boots. Does that mean we're friends with benefits now, or we're just not going to be best friends anymore?
That's interesting.
You're not best friends anymore.
I don't know. I would not.
This is how I look at the word.
But go ahead.
This is how I look at friends. Oh, this is how I look at friends. If you're my friend, I could bring you around my spouse, and if he asks me, "Have you ever had any sexual relations with this person?" I can absolutely say no. If I say yes, then you're not a friend. Now it's something totally different. A friend is someone who is you don't have a sexual relationship with. Yes, friends can turn into husbands or wives, et cetera, but that's casual sex. So
Okay,
that's
so I'm
how
gonna ask you a
relationships
question.
get messed up. But that's a whole new
So I'm gonna ask you a
topic.
question. How are you gonna explain to your husband, your future husband, me?
I don't.
Wow, that's a dagger.
So
That's a
let
dagger.
I mean, but
That's a
what is
dagger.
the purpose of talking about you?
No, so
so let
like,
me understand this.
say for instance, you were to get married. You and him were to get married,
Hmm.
and then you invited me to your wedding, which I'm getting the invitation because I'm damn near going to be the best, the man of honor at your wedding, or
The
whatever,
best nigga. Yeah.
best nigga at the wedding. So, how are you gonna explain to your said future husband who I am? Like, oh, that's just, that's just my best friend. No, cause you'll no. I'm gonna shut all that down. We were married. We did the nasty. We were friends, and we still friends.
Yes, and then he probably would say, "But where are you now, and where am I?"
We best
I
I
feel
friends.
was
like
thinking
that's a
a movie about this.
I just feel like this is contradictory to what I was just saying though.
Is but how, sir?
Well, you just said
That we're still
that
best friends to this day. But you were saying
Doesn't we just
previously,
had this conversation? Dre, did we not have this conversation when he gets in a relationship, he doesn't talk to me?
We did. I'm sorry. No.
So
but
how are we still best friends if the women you're with are not comfortable with you talking to me?
but
To the
does
point
that
where you didn't even know who I was with.
does that diminish our friendship though? Did you like
Does it?
demote me from being your best friend because of that?
Did you know who I was with?
You didn't tell me until we
Why
got
didn't
off
I
the
tell you?
phone. We talked
But
about
why didn't
this.
I tell you?
We talked about this.
But why did but why didn't I tell you?
You had your opinions on why you didn't tell me.
No, I didn't tell you because your spouse at the time didn't allow you to talk to me.
You said my spouse at the time like as if I got married again, which is
Or your
not the
girlfriend
case.
at the time didn't allow you to talk to me.
It's not that she didn't allow
So
me to
if you
talk to you. That's not the right word. What happened was I just removed you from the equation completely because of how our relationship was. Like, I explained that this is my best friend. My best friend is still my ex-wife to this day, and they didn't feel comfortable with that. So knowing that when you call, I'm
okay,
like, all right, hold on, this is my ex-wife calling.
you don't have to say you say this to Shae.
But I've I've explained who you are to them, and they know who you are.
But sometimes you don't have to.
I feel like I'm not being transparent if I don't. That's like
I feel like you
that's
should
like
wait till you
dating.
get to.
That's like
I
dating
feel like you should.
somebody. That's like dating somebody and not telling them that you have kids until they one time come over to the house and they're like, "Oh, who are these little niggas?"
Don't. I don't date anybody and to be like, hey, I got a kid, or hey, this type man. I wait because I don't tell everybody my business at the beginning. Not everybody's meant to be in your life or to date or to be a boyfriend or a husband. Some people are just being meant to be in your life to network. Everybody that crosses your path as the opposite sex is not
And
meant
I
for
can
you to
agree
lay
with
down your
that.
back
I
or
can
be
agree
with.
with that. But what I
But
can't.
so on a first date, or I'm not gonna be like, hey, I have a kid. I was married
Nah.
and I likes to cook. I'm not gonna say all that. It's gonna take time. There's gonna be levels to it.
I doubt it. Cause what if they say?
So
What if they say on the first date? Have you ever been married? Do you have kids?
yes,
Can you cook?
if they ask me
Because
that question,
those are
they
conversation starters. What are you talking about?
yeah, and they'll say how long since you been with him, and I'm like, woo, child, I don't like it been so long. I
I,
normally
t-
don't even say
I
it to
tell
young men and
everybody
be
I
like,
tell
you know
everybody
what?
like this. I tell everybody like this. I don't know when we got married, but I know when we got divorced.
I'm happy because you love to talk about it. I keep trying to forget.
So hear me out though. I'm a little, maybe like I say, call me the devil in disguise, or this effed up individual who
That's what I call
just
you.
don't be caring about people's feelings. But you know, I'm that conversation. I'm that elephant in the room. No pun intended. Um, I'm I'm like the one who's going to just go straight to it. I'm this person. I'm into this. I do this. I done did this. I probably would do this type deal. Um, and
Ew, that sounds suspect.
Why?
what do you mean
That's
suspect?
that's not suspect at all. Being transparent on a first date doesn't make anything suspect. I would
So
like
what is
to
there to learn about?
I like
It's
to
no
I like to
need for
put
the
all my
second date
cards
if
on
you
the
giving me
table.
everything on the first date.
Like
Well,
what do
that wouldn't
what
per se be
if I'm to
everything
paraphrase,
though.
like I I think Dorian can agree that we like putting our cards on the table and then letting the woman go from there to decide whether or not she wants to stay. Because if you're that transparent
I'm gonna
about
be honest.
yourself, if you're that transparent about
He,
yourself, they can decide whether or not they want to deal with all your baggage or not. And it's not no knock on anybody. It's
and
just
and
it is.
and to an extent, I'll agree. Like when I put everything out there, like it's not that I'm trying to like just give you my entire resume. I'm pretty much letting you know offhand, like, all right, this is who I am. This either this is what you want to deal with or not. I mean, you can fill it out after another point in time, but this is what it is. It's not like me saying like this is what you're gonna get type deal, but
Right.
I'm letting you know offhand like this is me. And even further into the equation, it's like this. It's like, look, I don't want to waste your time, and if I'm so happen to waste your time based off of these qualifications I gave you, well then, quite frankly, we can end this right now. You know what I'm saying? I think I've actually always been this way to a certain degree. Um, it's just it depends on the. I always say things depend on the vibe. It's always like the setting, the 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 where you at, the even the day can even like give the kind of vibe when you're presenting yourself to somebody that you have no ties to per se. So
Right.
that's why I say call me different. But every moment is a different kind of moment, and it takes for you to judge it the way that fits. Cause I've shot, like I said, I've shot my shot at some of the most out of my league type deals, and it wasn't because I had anything to prove or nothing. It's just because I really thought that person was attractive in a sense, and
Man.
unbelievably, I'll say because I still to this day don't even understand how I even get close to some of them. Like they take me on, and I show them a good time, and even if I don't develop a relationship, I do develop some long time friends or somebody like you say, even for the network purposes. I have someone who I can say, "Oh yeah, I know this person. They did this. Here, let me forward you to this person."
Right.
And it just so even if I was to have done something sexually, I have yet to. I honestly have yet to make any enemy out of somebody who I have vetted. Honestly, maybe one, but uh, she did that to herself. But that's another story.
So I think one of the next questions I have for everybody, and y'all can choose to go in whatever order you want to go in. Could you still be friends with someone who rejected your shot?
Absolutely, absolutely. Here's the thing, people. I feel like, and this is just me personally. I think it's a family thing. That's it's fine. Yeah. Um, I feel like the biggest thing that we as humans can accomplish or do, I should say, is a better word. The biggest thing that we have the opportunity to do is choice. It's also our biggest flaw.
Right.
And so when I say that to say,
somebody that rejects you, that doesn't mean that they're like the devil. You know, they might be close friends with the devil, but you know that don't mean that they're the worst person in the world. So you can choose to be cool with them. That just means y'all can't share hot pockets later. That's all.
What I don't understand is when people say the whole, "Oh, we can still be friends later." Like, don't tell me you still want to be friends later if you don't actually want to be friends. Because, first of all, I'm grown. You know, if you don't want to be friends, you can just say that. I'm not gonna break down and cry. I'm not gonna. I might hold myself later, like I was telling y'all earlier, but no, we grown. So if you're not trying to be friends later, don't say that you're trying to be friends later, and then like go ghost when a person is actually trying to be friends. That that's that's childish, you know.
Mr. Sullivan hit on a good point there. It's a family thing, you understand, and that free will that he spoke of. But even that's why I'm more of the person to be fully transparent, even to my friends. I have some of the most beautiful friends that I'll even tell, girl, I honestly, I would do this to you if I had the opportunity. But that doesn't mean I actually want to like just do it right then and there. That's just me being quite honest. Some people don't want to hear that, and it might be irrelevant.
That part.
But that's just me being the single man that I am. That I let them know, like, yeah, we friends, and but if I was just so happen to feel how I felt at a certain point, this just might happen. I'm not saying I'm gonna do that. Yeah, it sounds a little messed up, but at least I'm honest with myself. Um, but that's just me. Um, but I don't go for everybody in this world, and maybe that's something that some people just don't like to sit with. I guess that too much transparency. I'm assuming. I've actually dealt with some people who don't they don't like to exercise that free will thing. They want things to be sedentary or a specific way, or people have these morals that make them be a specific way. So you know, some people are for you or some people are not, and that's just on that.
Yeah.
You can shoot. You may make it. You may miss, and I feel like it's just the way of the world
You
nowadays.
miss 100% of the shots you don't take, fam. So that's how I look at it. If you're gonna shoot, you gotta shoot. If you're not gonna shoot, you may as well just not look. You know. Um.
So Shae, I have a question. I don't know if she's there.
I'm
Yeah.
listening.
So as a woman, um, you all
Uh-uh.
experience.
Talk
I,
to
I'm
me.
I'm sure you all experience a high level of traffic when it comes to males attempting to come at you per se. To be completely honest, I know for a fact women experience that even just off of the basis of a dude trying to just flat out just have sex with you all. Let's just be honest. So with that high level of traffic you receive, does at any point it become a like bothersome or a problem period when all types of men just try to hop down on you? Like does it get aggravated and then tear you down to the point to where it's like I don't want to talk to nobody? Is that what happens, or how do you go on with that situation?
Unfortunately, I don't ever have that many people try to approach me.
Oh, I've heard this before.
Lies,
Um,
lies, all lies, all lies.
this is the truth. Like I said, I'm really tall and I have like a resting bitch face. So sometimes, honestly, I meet most of my people at like community service, probate, um, like house parties, clubs, but it's always like a group setting. When
Yikes.
I met Stefan, it was he was by himself, but I was with one girl. So it's always not a lot of people. But anyways, a lot of people don't really slide in my inbox. They don't
Lies.
really talk to me like that.
Screenshot your
I'm the
DMs right
wrong
now.
person. You might need to ask like one of those light skinned girls,
Oh my
or
god.
you know what I mean,
Screenshot your
like a light
DMs
skinned girl
right
or a biracial
now.
girl. You know what I mean? The ones that don't text back, because I don't really. People think that, oh, you got nobody wants me.
You
I mean, you can
lying
ask
like
Stefan.
hell.
He just
You
told y'all the best day of his life is when he left.
you lying like hell.
Oh no. See, no, I
If
can't go
nobody
off
if
that.
nobody wanted you, how are
Unless
you
it's
engaged right now?
Let me tell you the problem. No, actually, I can't tell you a problem. What I can tell you is my opinion. Um, the I asked you this question only because, like, I understand both sides of the story. Maybe not completely one side, but as a man, I can understand. You know
What?
what I
Well,
don't.
wait. What story? You be in the inbox?
Yeah, absolutely. Us shooting. I can understand us sliding in your DM all day,
Yeah.
especially if we think you're
If
beautiful.
I show you my DMs right now, it's nobody there but my line sisters and pyramids and diamonds, and like literally that's it. No
Post
Is
one.
it
it. Post
is it
it.
that way because you chose for it to be that way, or because you just so happen to have it that way? Is really the
She
big
got
deal.
200
No,
unread
it's that
messages
way
from
because
niggas.
some people feel. It's that way because some people don't approach me.
Mm,
Like if you
okay.
approach me and you get to know me, I'm a totally different person than my appearance. If you go to my Instagram right now or Facebook, I look dominant. I look like I'm not gonna take any shit. I look like you're gonna have to have your shit together before you come to me.
So
And that's how people.
you're saying you don't get approached because you're scary.
Yeah,
Ah,
I'm not gonna say
okay.
scary. I'm just gonna say people don't approach me if they don't feel confident within themselves.
Y'all can
Oh, what's
believe
that
her
word
lies if y'all
that I
want to.
hear? You're intimidating. Per
Yes,
se. Huh.
as in all the reds are.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, it's a difference between being intimidating and being a thug. I'm just putting that out there. Um,
Aww,
Yeah,
that's
that
cute.
part. That part.
see,
That was
you just
real cute.
anywho.
So we go move this right along. Um, could you hold on? I already asked that question. Uh, was it truly a friendship to begin with if they weren't able to be friends after someone shot their shot?
Me and one of my closest friends that I met, Marcus Brown.
Damn.
We are no longer friends anymore, and we've been friends since. Whoo, Stephanie, you know how long we've been friends.
And this was after
Like
he
we've been
shot your
friends since
shot, or
2005,
you shot your shot?
and this was after he didn't respect my relationship and kept expressing his feelings for me, and I just wanted to remain friends because I loved him as a friend, and that's what his category was for my life. And he kept doing it every day, even every day. Like first, I stopped inviting him over,
Oof.
and because we will go out and he'll stay the night. Then it just started getting awkward, and then he just kept saying like best friends make best husbands and wives, and just kept trying to hit on me, and I just kept telling him like no. And today he wrote me he missed me, and I haven't talked to him in like almost a year, and we hung out a lot.
Yikes. That's tragic.
I can't. That's
Um,
stupid to not be his friend.
no. I didn't say it was stupid. I was just saying, wow, that's crazy.
I was about to say I can't be his friend now because what if I try to invite him to my wedding and he object?
I mean, I'm a object,
And there's a
but
big
whatever.
deal. Boy, please.
Um,
Anyways,
why
I
are
can't do it. Maybe Dre or Dorian can.
so you gonna invite them to your wedding, but not me? All right, got it. That's cool. That's what's up. Why are men and women so persistent after being friend zoned?
Repeat that for me.
Like, why are men and women so persistent after being friend zoned? Like, why are they in such a desperate need to get out of the friend zone?
Cause you lost. You know what I'm saying? Like that's an L on your record that you might not have wanted just to be there. You feel me?
A blemished record.
Can't relate, but yeah, like sometimes you just gotta
you gotta get that dub. You gotta get this W. And sometimes you put male or female in my case female on this pedestal where you gotta be like I gotta get it why I gotta get this one particular one.
Right.
This not an L. This is a try again later. Damn it.
I think like for me per se is like when I'm friend zoned by somebody that I really like, it's usually I'm persistent to get out of the friend zone because it's like I see you keep running into the wrong niggas that's treating you like dirt while I'm here trying to treat you like the queen that you deserve to be treated like. But yet you still keep running back to these same old ain't shit niggas. And it's like, why? Why? Like, here I am. I'm trying to help you, help me, help us. You know what I'm saying? But you steady going for these niggas that ain't shit. That's just me.
Because you're what
that's
she
like,
want, but not who she want.
yeah, I was just gonna say that same thing.
Like,
Literally,
I'm what she needs, but not what she want.
you're no,
No? Okay.
you as a person are not what she wants.
Right.
You as a physical person, physical attraction is not what she wants.
Right.
She wants that person who you think is lame to be you, but just keep that same physical attraction. And the thing is, I feel about you is that you are very sweet and very loving. And a lot of people take your kindness for weakness because you, in my opinion, are the person who will wipe the tears and, oh, I'm sorry, like you are the good. I wouldn't do you like that. You give those words of encouragement that girls like to hear. But the moment they're done and the tissue box is empty and they don't need to call you or text you or FaceTime you or go on dates with you or spending their money on all that type of stuff, you're gone. You're no longer a factor because now you helped me get over this dude, but I'm gonna go back to him or I don't found the person that I want. So basically you're the man before the husband.
So
and
the
that sound
rebound.
like when
The
this one
rebound.
girl told me I am the right person at the wrong time.
God.
When she told me that, I looked at that girl and said,
Get the fuck out.
"When's the right time?" And you know what she told me?
Never.
She said, "The time may never come, but I wouldn't even know." Now, how am
Bruh.
I supposed to feel about that?
That's mixed signals as a mug.
I feel like the right time, she was probably saying the right time is when, in lack of a better words, and I hopefully please women do not take my metaphors the wrong way, is when she done sold her oats. She probably got about 3 kids now.
Bruh.
She done been used and abused.
Bruh.
She probably done gained some weight.
Yikes.
Nobody probably want her. You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem, right?
And
We
that's
can
the
all
time.
acknowledge that is the problem, though.
That
right?
is the problem.
Yeah.
So I think even I think that's what Steph was getting at. It's like I'm doing this. I'm being the what you may need. Maybe I'm not that person now, which is the problem because it's like why am I doing this then? You know what I'm saying? Like what gives anyone the right for me to for them to let me do this for them?
How do I look?
And then just say, yeah,
We're
no.
going to this place that's free for the.
Somebody going on a date.
Somebody should mute their mic. Go ahead.
So I got a question to Mr. Sullivan. Then I just want to hear his answer to this.
Mm-hmm.
Andre type, not talk to myself.
I'm confused for a hot second. I'm sorry.
So for a woman to like she say, soil her oats, and you may or may not be the guy to replenish the unhealthiness that plant has soiled. Do you, as a man, give the time to work that out and fix it, or do you just not even pay it any mind? What would you do?
Well, hear me out when I say because I've been on both ends. I feel like, but to answer your question, 'cause I've been on both ends. I feel like, but to answer your question, um,
Can you speak into the mic a little bit more?
oh, I apologize. Um, I've been on both ends of that spectrum, if you will. Not fully necessarily the one telling that you're not the right person, but just trying to figure stuff out. But to answer your question, Sullivan Dorian type, I feel like I can't give you that answer because at the end of the day, the right time, quote unquote, can only be told on your watch.
Mm.
And I can't. I ain't looking at your watch. I can glimpse at it every now and then. I could, ask you what time it is every now and then. But
Right.
shit, only you can tell me. You ready now or later. You feel me? So if the honest at that point is on me to see how long I want to stay.
Right.
I was just gonna say. So you basically saying like it's
The ball is
you
in
can
their
you can
court
come
until
at me when you may
yeah.
feel like you're ready, but I'm not saying that it's gonna
I'm gonna be
happen
ready.
type deal, right?
Yeah, yeah. I
Right.
like that. I like that.
Okay.
I like that. Is being friend zoned even a bad thing?
Nah, I'm gonna answer that right now. Nah, because sometimes that's just what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I've even I have a female now that tells me to this day, like, you know, I will express my interest and she'll just quickly say, yeah, 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 I hear you, but I would rather just be friends with you.
Mm.
Only reason I'm perfectly fine with that is because, like, well, we have only been friends. Nothing has went any further.
Right.
And even if I was to express my interest, it'll always be a, yeah, yeah, I hear you, but this deal. And even I, at some point, acknowledge, yeah, maybe I should just be friends with this person. Just giving off of like the lifetime spent so far with being friends with that person. Sometimes friends is just for the better for some people.
Gotcha. That
Oh,
makes sense.
absolutely. Because you named a name earlier that rejected you, and I jokingly hollered at her. I'm not going to repeat that name, by the way, just in case you asked. But I jokingly hollered at her, and to this day, I still call her almost bae,
Mm.
just to mess with her head.
Yeah.
Just because I know I wasn't trying to holler at you for real, for real.
Right.
But if I was, it's too late now. You done fake rejected me if that's the case. So
Right. I just
every
wanted to
time,
take her out to get her nails and toes done. That's it.
right, right. You know what I'm saying? By the way, me and the other Sullivan did that with her friend.
Oof.
But
Wow. Thanks. More salt to the wound.
like at the end of the day, even if I just fake and flirt with her, to this day, I'll be like, "Oh, you rejected me for the 756th time."
Bruh.
Thank
Okay.
you, almost day.
Have
Yeah, but let's be honest. Even with that person, like they so headstrong though, and I'm just gonna talk about this type of female since we own it. This type
yes.
of female really grinds my gears because it's like nobody can satisfy this person. Like there is no man yet man enough to even be in anything with this
Considered. Yeah.
specific female.
Yeah.
Like it's like nobody can amount
Yeah.
to this woman. But physically, it's a lot of them out there. Yeah, they look good,
Yes.
but they just aren't that
It's a
man.
bunch
And
of them.
I'll try to like I'll try to pick her brain and find out what is that man. And one of my problems is she could never tell me what that man was, what he is like, what
Right.
he's supposed to be like. They can never give I want to say, accurate description
Mm-hmm.
of what it is that they prefer. And I don't even want to talk about preference because preference is the downfall of society. I don't care what anybody says. That's
Mm-hmm.
just my opinion. But the preference is so unknown to this female by anybody. It's to the point where I feel like she gay sometimes, being honest.
That would make sense. Okay. So I got another question for everybody. Uh, and I feel like this is going to lead somewhere that we all have a memory from, except for Shae, because Shae wasn't there at the time. Have you ever had a friendship that turned into a sneaky link.
Yep.
For sure.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna tell my story that that turned into a it was really awkward because I shouldn't have done it, but it was still funny because everybody knew except for me. And as soon as I start telling the story, I'm pretty sure that both Andre and Dorian are gonna be like, "Yeah, I remember that." So before we were roommates, I ended up messing around with one of Andre's exes. I knew it was wrong, but I was just like, I don't know. This is kind of weird, but I was down for it because I was a little desperate at the time. I ain't gonna lie, I was desperate. Whatever. Um, and
At least
then
you honest.
yeah, and so it got really awkward for a minute, and then I was like, man, Dre, I gotta tell you something that happened, dog. I messed around with one of your exes. And he's like, dog, I already knew. And I'm like, how did you know? He was like, cause she told me. And I'm like, bruh. And he was just like, yeah, I was just waiting for you to come let me know. I was like, really? It was really that easy? But like, it really felt so awkward in the moment. Does that make sense? Have you ever felt like that when doing your sneaky link? Or is that just me?
Ooh, no, I didn't feel awkward at all about my sneaky link. I'm sorry.
Tell us about your
Nah,
sneaky link.
Um, well, yeah, y'all know one of. I wouldn't even call her a sneaky link, but she is pretty much a sneaky link. She's only sneaky because a lot of everybody did not know. Yeah, Stefan, you know, only because y'all were supposed to do homework at one point in time.
Oh
And
yeah, I know who you talking
the
about.
thing is though, like I didn't feel bad about it at all, and
Yeah,
I
no.
still don't to this day. In fact, I would probably try to
Do it again.
sneaky link with her to this day if I'm
Nah,
honest with
do it
you. But
again.
um, the thing is, I'm not. I'm. I only am concerned about I was concerned about it at the time, just because of what she was going through.
Right.
But I did not feel bad because I knew what she wanted. You know what I'm saying? I did
I
not
think
even
we all knew what she wanted.
yeah, I didn't ask her for anything. I did not even like bring it up per se. Like
Right.
it was a yeah, I should have I wanted to do this with you. I wanted to do it for a while and I should have did it before I did it with this person.
That part.
And but what I don't like though with sneaky links is I'll start to feel like the backup dick or the dick or that what did one of my friends tell
Like a
me I'm the
rebound
dick
dick.
that they go to fix themselves, and I to this day that even yeah I'm gonna be honest, that's why I don't even engage in sexual activity like that nowadays. I don't want to feel like a sympathy penis for you. I don't want to be the
Oh.
penis that you feel like you can come to because you know it's gonna satisfy you and it's gonna make you feel better because the penis you was with
But you don't want to be in a
fucked up.
relationship with me. Type thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
type deal.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
That
I know that feeling.
that would make me feel like a hoe.
That's the feeling, yo.
But at the end of the day, she told me that's what she wanted, and then the problem is she started to express these feelings of like, and I'm like, no, you can't like me right now. You literally just got done from whatever heartbreak. I'm not finna step into the picture after you just got done dealing with whatever catastrophe because I can't just heal you like that,
Right.
especially not with a penis. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't. I feel it doesn't work like that. She got a little upset at that. I might have did it wrong at the time.
You did.
You know when she said I like you, I gave a little chuckle and was like I know you do. Um, but like literally a week or two later, you're in a relationship with a guy much older than you with kids,
Yeah.
and he makes you happy, and you're falling in love with him. That's why I'm like, see, why is it that when someone does something with me, they end up in some sort of
Relationship that
miraculous,
lasts.
fantastic relationship, and we were sneaky linking. I don't get it. What is it? Is it me? Uh, but anywho, that was my sneaky link tale.
What about you, Dre?
Um, my sneaky link tail. Listen, I'm not even gonna front. My sneaky link tail turned into sneaky links.
A plethora of sneaky links.
A plethora. And very, I'm a very private person, just because of all the things I've got going on. But
Right.
but I'm not ashamed of anything that I've done,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm very much. I consider, and to be honest, and that's why I say people can have sex and be friends. I considered her my best friend.
Right.
If she needed something, I got her. If I needed something, she had me. It was times when she had my back 10 times full, and I would do the same for her. The problem came in when she was like she wanted more.
Oof.
That's cool. You're allowed to feel however you want to feel.
Exactly.
Let's take this slow. If it goes there, cool. If it don't, I still want your friendship. And if that means we gotta cut the sneaky link stuff off, cool.
Yeah.
Cause I'm still gonna be cool with you and down with you. She ain't wanna hear that shit. that was almost like saying, nigga, you just said, bitch, I'm ugly. Like apparently,
Going back to the beginning.
and I kept like she would always be like, let's talk about this. Okay, well, we can talk about it. I'm going to be repetitive in what I've said because I haven't minced my words.
Right.
And so, eventually that sneaky link stopped because she felt like I was using her and blah blah blah. But that wasn't the case. The case was I said this, you said that.
Right.
You agreed to this, and we agreed to this, and then you wanted to put all the extra on top of it. And
This ain't no buffet.
And if you're gonna do a sneaky link, please understand to all of our listeners and or watchers who watching Stefan's face on Facebook Live.
Oof. Wow. Thanks.
If you enter in a sneaky link, you low key signed a contract that
Yes,
said
sir.
we fucking.
Yes, sir.
That's it. I mean,
Yes, sir.
everything else is collateral
Extra,
damage. If you
yeah.
will. I hate to use that term, but it's collateral
That's
damage.
exactly what
And
it is.
so, yeah, I mean, I'm still cool with her. I mean, we just talked the other day. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I'm good. We cool. I ain't gotta beef, whatever. But and if she asks for a sneaky link, I ain't gonna count. Drop your location.
And I'll do it again.
Yes, sir. Send the Addy. I'm hunting them.
So, Shae, when was your last sneaky link?
This morning.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
Oh.
This morning.
Oh.
Yes,
Wait.
ma'am.
Yes, the Reds be getting theirs. They don't give a what.
wait a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, I gotta sit up for this because wasn't you just telling us that you were engaged?
There is no ring on my finger, and I am single. So
Yes, sir.
no, I'm just lying. It wasn't this morning.
She lied. Oh my
I'm
gosh.
lying.
You really had to.
Come on,
She
you
had
got-
us going. Man, she got the jokes.
It is the gym crush.
Dang.
Oh, whoa.
Not the gym. Oh, she had a flashback. She had a hot flash. Look at her.
He must have got down with goddamn on that goddamn.
It's been about an ongoing thing for probably 6 years.
First of all, I know y'all can't see her face right now, but Shae was beating her face the whole time we've been on this call right now.
was not beating it because I didn't even do my eyes. Just
Stop lying. I'm about to
close
bring
my
you up on
stuff.
my
Cause I gotta put
on
my face
camera.
mask
Hold on.
on.
Mm-hmm.
But so it started. What happened was we met at the gym years ago. And we were working out together.
Mm-hmm.
Then one day we went to the gym, and he was like, "Do you want to know this recipe for these protein pancakes?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not good at making pancakes with protein in it, so can you show me?" And he came and showed me, and one thing led to another.
Wait.
Well,
When you say he came, like he came over to your spot?
hmm
Huh?
yep, this was after a while from me working out. And so, Jesus,
She having flashbacks right now.
Oh,
Contain
So,
yourself, girl.
well, after I graduated the first time, I ended up getting this job at the RBT, and his fiance that I did not know at the time was my BCBA. So when she used to come, we were becoming close. So I didn't know that this was his fiance until one day he thought I was out of town, and I was in town, and we went to this bar that everybody goes to, Bar Louie, and he was having a party there, and his speech was, "I want to shout out to my fiance." So I looked over, and it was her, and she came up to me and was like, "Hey, girl, what you doing here?" And I was like, "What?" So the whole time that she was venting to me about her spouse, it was him that he was talking about, and at lunch, girl talk, she'll just vent and open up. He's always at the gym for long periods of time, and he's
But
always
that whole
staying
time he
out
was with
late,
you.
yada yada yada. But when our sneaky link, as I would say, was a schedule. So it was like Tuesdays and Thursdays between the hours of 9 and 10. That's
She all about the
between those
business.
hours.
She all about the business.
Yes.
Scheduling.
And
Put me on your calendar.
it started he started to fall for me, which I understand why. Because
Clutches
it happens.
pearls.
But then he started to get his place when I'm out in public
Oh
by
no.
myself.
Oh
I feel
no.
like, behind the threshold, once you have that understanding when I'm in public, don't ask, don't tell, don't look at me, I don't know you.
So you're a public figure,
But
is what you're saying.
hmm?
I said, so you're a public figure, is what you're saying.
What is it? I guess.
No, just
Yeah.
go ahead. Just go
I
ahead.
just don't want him to feel like he has authority of who I talk to and things like that, type of way. But yeah, that was one of my only sneaky links, if you say, that did not progress into a relationship. But it was worth every
I've
second.
I've had quite a few sneaky links.
I bet you have.
Hey, watch your mouth.
I mean, but why you stuck with his ex-girlfriend though? Regardless if you desperate, like you that desperate.
Yes, sir. Let's get into it. Why'd you do it?
I was gonna say at the time it was convenient.
But that's your friend though, and not only that, that's your roommate.
No. At the time, at the time, like
Wait. I can. Let me before you answer that question. I want to say something.
in his defense,
Right.
she was convenient as fuck.
she was convenient, very convenient, and not only that, but like me before this was before Andre, Dorian, and I were roommates. So at this time, I believe, like Dorian and I weren't even roommates at this time. This was before you and I were roommates on campus. So it's like I knew of Andre, but I didn't know of Andre like that. You know what I'm saying? I knew of him, but we didn't hang out like that. But at the same time, whenever I saw him, it was like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing, fam?" All that type of stuff. But I was still in the wrong because I knew.
Okay, regardless if she was easy or however you guys want to classify
No,
her
no.
spirit.
Emphasis on very easy.
Okay, you still could have go with him and go to. I would have felt more comfortable if you would have went. I mean, you could have went to him and been like, "Yo, this is what it is. Pocket pussy is getting old. You know, X and X videos is not doing the same. I just need to, you know,
Right, but that's basically how I went to him after it
after
happened.
you did it,
Yeah, I mean,
but not before. Because if he would have gave you the okay, you know, I this is one thing I have.
right, but I'm
I
I'm
don't
saying
trust
like I was wrong in the whole instance, but I still felt that I needed to go to him and tell him what happened. Like
okay.
nobody forced me to go to Andre and be like, "Yo, this is what happened." Like
So you
nobody.
was the bait basically because she probably thought he was going to react differently.
No, I just felt some type of way, and I couldn't just like continue to say what's up to this man without being like, "Hey, yo, this is what happened." You know? Does that make sense?
Even with me, yeah, like with I get what you're saying. Honestly, like even with me when I was dealing with the girl, um,
You
that
slept with
I was
her
hooking
too?
up. Oh
Nah,
no no
nah.
no
We
no
talking about two
hell no!
different
I
people.
wouldn't dare do that. No, ew. There was a point in time when somebody thought I did, but I was
Yo,
also like, why would I do that? But anywho, that story's terrible. Anywho, so it's like this, like even the girl that I was sneaking linking with, she, I very much knew of who her ex boyfriend was cool, his
we
dad
all
was
know
over
who
there,
you
everything.
was.
I'm be honest with you, but I told him straight up, hey bro, uh, you know, I know this was your girl at one point,
He
but
got tickets to Pound Town,
I did it. Yeah, I did it and did. It's not my fault. I
and
didn't.
I'll do it
I
again.
I probably would. I told him I probably would do it again. I'm sorry, and it wasn't no disrespect type deal. It was just to let him know, like, look, like I don't want no beef, and I
That
don't know
part.
if you love her,
That
but
part.
this is what's been happening, and I just want you to know that before anything, because even yeah, I'm gonna be honest, even before like I did anything with her, she was already like I'm gonna be honest, she was digging me or whatever. I even like thought she was alright too. I digged her too, but at the end of the day, like the respect came when I literally told her like, look, this is what happened. Maybe you knew it was happening, maybe you didn't, but I found out. She ended up telling him anyway, so it was like, oh well,
Yeah,
yeah, that's what happened. I
yeah.
mean, you want to fight me about it, or you want to just what
You
you
want to
want to
go
do? You
on?
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and he came to me and was like, no, it's respect, because at the end of the day, that's not my girl. Yeah, we cool, we boys, but it's not like I could have done anything. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what happens. It happens. Would would I lose respect for it? To be completely honest with you, I could gain more respect for it
Hmm.
for not even from him, but from even her friends. It sucks, but I don't know. Maybe it's a different world we're living in, and that's just how it is. But yeah,
Bruh. One of my more recent sneaky links. It was at work with this one tiny chick. Uh, I knowingly, I know that she has a husband, but yet, like, I still flirt with her and sneak off with her every now and then. So, I mean, am I wrong for it? Yeah, I guess, because I know she's married, but at the same time, it's like, who cares? I'm single. I don't know that man. You don't. I don't know him from Steve and or whatever. So it is what it is. Does that make sense?
You just one nasty ass person.
Hey, I'm liberated. I'm liberated.
You know
oh,
you
you said liberated.
you know better than to do that. You should have morals. To one day you gonna be married and your wife gonna be sneaky linking with somebody from her work boo or her gym boo,
I'm
and they
glad you
gonna be
brought
like,
that
well,
up. I'm glad you brought that up because some of these
I'm
work
I'm
husbands be
single.
treating they work wives better than they actual husbands be treating their wives.
Yes, because of compliments and they notice change of hair and scent and lotion. And when you live with somebody, things become normal. And I can understand people's lives become busy, and some men and women forget to notice change of those small little things that women want you to notice or men want you
But
to
at the same
notice.
time, though,
Like
like
that don't make it okay for you to be sleeping
at the
with this
same
man,
time,
okay?
though, Shay.
And then
At the same time, though, like I honestly don't care.
I was waiting to see if I could support you within this, but it's this man's wife, though. I'm not gonna lie. I respect. I respect. Okay, I look at marriage like it was when we was in the military. You know damn well that butter bar ain't been in longer than your specialist rank having self. But you gonna respect that rank enough to salute it. Am I
With a
correct?
left hand.
But okay, you saying that, but at
I
the
mean,
end
he
of the day,
didn't care about his own whereabouts or
Hey,
whatever because he
relax,
was still
relax.
sneaky linking even when he was married.
Here
So
she go. Here
it's
she
something
go.
that
Here she
Oh
go.
you
shit!
cannot do that. You cannot do
Here she
that
go.
Oh
ever.
shit! Oh
Yo.
shit! Oh god damn! God damn!
Oh my god.
Like, that just ticks me off that people don't
Yo.
respect other people's relationships. Yes, she could be married. She could have been vulnerable at that time, but you should have stood up, and you, as a man, should have been like, "I'm not going to do that because not only do I respect you as a woman, I respect marriage as a whole, regardless. Because one day you're going to be married, and one day something that's going to happen to you, and it's going to fucking hurt when you find out your wife is cheating on you with the damn help."
You know what, Shay? I'm glad you brought that up. I got into a little heated discussion with some friends of mine not too long ago about this very topic. Hear me out, people in the world. Now, the topic was I don't believe people, I believe people are single until they're married.
Right.
Now, my counterparts, not not Will and Dorian, but the people who I was arguing with, young women that I was arguing with, I'm going to say that, said that it's the onus upon the person approaching said woman or man to respect the relationship, even though they're not married.
I think the
It
onus
was
is more
my
so on
belief.
the married person.
No, hear me out. But it was my opinion that it was on the onus is on the person who's in the relationship
Yes.
to respect the
Their own
relationship.
relationship.
Now, first, let me get your opinions on that. Now, because it's my belief, if you're a boyfriend and girlfriend, you single.
That part.
Good
Yes.
fuck. You single. You single as fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Because when you file
Don't
for
give a
taxes,
fuck.
they don't ask, do you have a boyfriend or girlfriend? They ask if you're married.
Right, right. And the onus is on the person in a relationship to respect the person. Now, if somebody come holler at you and you be like, I got a boyfriend, and that person, continues to go, then that's on you to protect your relationship, not that young man or woman, whatever.
Right.
So first, let me hear y'all take on that.
I agree with you 100%. Like the onus, in my eyes, is always on the person who is in the relationship. Like, how are you supposed to blame the person who sneaks around with the person that's married if the woman or the person who is married is sneaking around too? It's like it takes two to tango. I'm not doing this by myself. Like I understand I get some of the blame because I'm knowingly messing around with somebody or was knowingly messing around with somebody who's in a relationship or who is married. But at the same time, I feel like they're more to blame because they're doing it willingly.
Shay, Dorian, feel free before this next part of this question come up.
um, I believe in a level of respect. Do I agree to the extent that if y'all a boyfriend, girlfriend, you're single? To an extent, yes. But at least I have enough respect to not interfere with the situation at hand. Because I'm not dying or getting sent to the hospital for something that could be temporary. So if you're married, that says that forever till do us part. I respect that. That's all I got to say.
I do not sleep with married men. That is, first of all, I barely like to sleep with men who are in a relationship. I barely even like to sleep with men.
Wait, barely,
But
barely.
I mean, I'm just saying barely. But I'm the type of person where if I know you're in a relationship, all right. If I know that you're in a relationship, I am going to respect that relationship as a woman. But also, if you keep uh, I never been in a point where they're like, oh, I'm going through. I have been in a situation where they're like, hey, I'm going through this, or I wish you were her. You're so easy to talk to. Like, I'll get those type of things, but at the end of the day, until you leave that person, I cannot be with you at all.
Right.
That's not my that like the sneaky link. That's the only person I ever did that with, and I promise you, it took years before I figured out that he had a fiance
Wow.
because it was just more conducive for me to be at my house because I live, in a better side of town and I don't live far. So it was just more conducive, and we still had an extra, hanging out, going to dinners. I never knew that, but once I found out, things changed. It's a respect thing, like especially if I know you married. Like if I know you married and you cheating on your wife, why would I want to be with you? Or your husband? Like,
But
man,
that's
I
the
am
great
very
thing about a
disappointed in
sneaky
you
link. That's the great thing about a
sleeping with
sneaky
that
link, though.
lady.
That
Huh?
that's the great thing about a sneaky link, though. Like you know that they're in a relationship, and you're not trying to be in a relationship with them. It's just a sneaky
So
link.
just find somebody who's not in a relationship. Because most of the people who cheating are looking for something that they're not getting at home.
That's
That's
Now,
true.
it.
I'm glad you brought that up.
I would
Thank you for
agree.
doing that. So here's why I said this was the second part to this question, because now barring marriage, I can't sleep with people who married because because I'm sorry, Stefan, you got that one. And my rationale for that is stupid, but it makes sense. Hear me out. I can't sleep with people who are married because I feel like to become married, at some point you've reached a craziness level for a person that you'll do almost anything for them. And I ain't trying to get caught in that crossfires when that crazy gets let out. It has to be shown. So you got that. But anyways, I said all of that to say not excluding marriage. Let's just use boyfriend and girlfriend. Say the love of your life
Oh Lord.
Okay.
is in the relationship, and it's the onus is now upon you to get your love of your life back. At what point do you say fuck it? Because now you, they is in a relationship. You just gonna let baby get took, or you
I,
gonna be
I
like
mean
Dwayne Wayne and
we
go get yours.
we've seen this in movies all the time. Like Brown Sugar, for instance. He was in love with this girl. He was about to get married. She let this man get married, and then boom, she's like, "Oh, I got feelings for this dude. Now I gotta go get him." Now when she goes to get him, he's married, and she falls off. And when she's about to get married, he gets divorced. And now he wants her. So it's just like, bro, like it's everywhere we look. But like at the same time, it's like not only do you have to have some respect for it, like I got some respect, but not enough respect for somebody I don't know. Like how can I respect something I don't know? I'm not in.
How
I
can you
don't.
not respect yourself?
I respect myself more than anybody else, and that's how I respect myself by doing what I want to
You
do for
out
me.
here just thinking with your second head and
These were back in my
oh,
whoring days. Just relax. This is my whoring
and
days.
and oh, you not whoring anymore?
Oh no.
You quit that job?
No. What are you talking about? This is at an old job.
Are you still sleeping with that lady?
Which lady?
The married lady.
I was never sleeping with her.
What were you doing?
We was kissing.
That's still a sneaky link. Am I right?
Time out. Time out. Time out. Will. Steph. Like,
Yo, pull up the camera so I can see y'all face. Pull up the camera so I can see y'all face.
wait.
You too, Dorian. You too, Dorian. Pull up your camera so I can see your face.
Wait. Huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's still a sneaky link because like you know.
No, that's not.
Y'all was sneaking behind the tree and kissing. I'm confused.
I go get it.
So y'all don't consider kissing cheating?
No.
If you're
That's
if
not a
so if you're in a relationship with somebody, Shae, I'm glad you brought this up,
don't-
Shae. So if you're in a
I'm a-
relationship,
y'all love
Shae,
talk-
and you with your man or whatever, and then you find somebody else and you gonna kiss him, you don't consider that cheating, Shae? You're on mute. I cannot hear you.
Oh, you being so aggressive. So this whole time, I thought you was sleeping with this woman on the job.
No. See, y'all didn't let me finish my story.
So, Mr. Dre should have said, define stealing. Because I thought
He normally would have, and that's why I was waiting for it so I can tell my story so y'all can laugh at me like this so we can go on further. But you know, Andre missed an alley oop.
I can't believe this.
Yeah.
I need a second.
So.
Bring up your camera, sir, because I need to see this.
You said you were kissing.
Yeah.
You weren't.
He sound like what I was doing on the playground. We was kids.
We was kissing.
Y'all didn't engage in any kind of sexual intercourse.
No.
So the intent was a specific emotion or something. What are you sneaky linking?
Sneaky linking.
What was the
Come a sneaky link. Y'all just
Cause she's married.
Warm the lady food up.
She's you know what, I'm sick of you. She's married. So like well, I'm respectful to a certain degree. Like I said at the beginning.
Yeah, the degree is not past her lips. Wait.
The top lip.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was just about to ask. What meant she was kissing?
Bruh, the one on her face. Let's be clear.
That is a cute story though.
Oh my gosh. Now I'm
no.
now I'm getting flack from all y'all. Screw you niggas.
You're not gonna let that.
Screw you niggas.
You were just kissing.
Yeah.
I wanna make sure I 100% understand how a sneaky link works on your behalf.
Yes. Can you give us a definition, please?
So for that particular instance, it was a sneaky link because of her marital status. And if it's not something that she's willing to share with her husband that we did, then it's sneaky. By all intents and purposes, it's a sneaky link, correct? Or am I wrong?
Hello.
I'm here. I'm listening.
I don't think that in my category that wouldn't be a sneaky link. A sneaky link is someone who you.
So your man wouldn't be mad if he was out kissing somebody else.
I wouldn't know. So I can't tell you. My man wouldn't kiss someone else, but a sneaky link to me is like, for example, when you go to conclave or homecomings or reunions or things like that, and you only see that person this time, or the gym, all y'all do is have intimacy. That's it. At nighttime, nobody knows what's
But
going on.
who defines intimacy? Who defines intimacy?
Huh?
Who defines intimacy? Because to her, Because to her, that kiss could have been intimate, more intimate than what she shares with her husband. Does that make sense? Yes, no?
I mean, but I just said I wouldn't classify it as
That's fair.
I would classify it as a sneaky link, but I can't understand how, in your eyes and her eyes, it might be considered a sneaky link. I don't know because I'm a girl. Maybe Dre and Dorian can help, but I just that would not be on a scale of 1 to 10. That being the sneaky link, one.
Right. That's like,
Now, if you say y'all were hooking up at the job every time y'all went to work, y'all were hooking up.
that's like
Y'all
getting
were
to first
more than
base.
just kissing. Because I feel like if she kissed you, she realized that this shit was that it was wrong, so she stopped herself there before it became something more.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Because if I was in a vulnerable moment and I kiss you and then I'm like, all right, wait, no, this is wrong. I shouldn't do it. You know, because I do know that you are a very passionate, affectionate person, and you are very good at your words. Um, very good at your words. So I don't know how you are today, but when I met you, were very good. So she probably wished that her husband said those things, and y'all probably called him, and you probably were turning her on a little bit, and describing brushing your teeth or something, and she just began
What?
to think sexually,
Brushing my
and
what?
she kissed you, and then she realized that you weren't worth losing her husband, so she stopped.
Mm.
But Dre and Dorian might be out kissing people, and
Whoa,
I
whoa,
don't know.
whoa.
No, 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 no. We sneaky linking. We doing more than kissing. I'm gonna end that one right there.
So that was one particular story I had, but I've had many other sneaky links that I've done the due diligence and went all the way with.
A
But
sneaky link would be like, and don't say anything second, but it would be like that elevator story.
oh, that wasn't
But
sneaky though. That wasn't sneaky.
that,
That
but it
wasn't
was with
sneaky.
me, but that would be like a sneaky link.
No, it wouldn't. That wouldn't
It's,
classify.
right,
Nope.
I don't want to talk about it no more. That's it. But I'm just trying to
Nope.
say like something like in that
Mm-mm.
scenario.
Nope. That wouldn't.
Um,
That wouldn't classify as a sneaky link because he was there.
yeah, I'm saying if you didn't know me.
No, it would still classify as a sneaky link. It wouldn't classify as a
No,
sneaky
yeah,
link
that would.
if
You said
if
it would
you
not.
weren't there
Maybe
and I
me
was
and
doing it with
Dorian
them.
could help y'all classify this if y'all would explain what had happened. Dorian, wouldn't you agree?
So y'all just trying to be messy. Anyways, I see what y'all doing, and because Shae put me out there earlier in the show, I don't mind putting her out there right now.
Don't tag me in this on my Facebook.
You're not gonna meet that, but one particular instance, Shae and I went to a hotel party,
Where they
and
love me.
said friends of mine from the military and said friend of hers showed up to this said party, and we fucked on the elevator.
That's not what happened.
All
But okay,
right,
that's how I get it out.
all right.
Okay,
That's not what happened.
okay, yeah, sure. That's what happened. So, but I was saying if he didn't know me and we were at this party and I was like, I'm ready to go, and we hooked up on an elevator, that to me is like a sneaky link. Like, hey, you about to leave? Hey, I'm about to leave. We just gonna hook
Oh,
up here. We
oh,
gonna
that
keep
was
it
with
going.
old girl that tatted her dude's name on her all the time. So it wouldn't have been considered a sneaky link because Shay was there, and her friend.
Oh, you talking about the time I was passed out? I was didn't know my limits at this time when I was drinking alcohol. And you had sex with my friend with me in the same bed as you. Uh huh.
Oh my
Why
god.
is it so juicy? Oh
Wait,
my God. What is happening?
What just happened?
First of all, you was not passed out. First
I'm
of
pretty positive.
you were not passed out. You were not passed out.
I was intoxicated.
And me and her did not have
I
sex.
probably didn't know if I was
Me and her
drunk
did
or
not
not,
have sex.
honestly.
She just sucked my dick a little bit, and then you
Because
showed her that you can suck it better.
this is when DJ B. Ward was hitting. So that's exactly what happened. I remember it
No,
was in the beat.
no.
And
Because
she was supposed to stay with
that's
one of
when
your other
Charles
friends. And he was
that's when
like,
Charles was trying to hit not Charles, but the other short dude that was a rapper that's not like a pastor or whatever was trying to talk to you under the yes. Me and I'm gonna say her name because she's probably not even watching this. Me and Shabri did not have sex that night. She just sucked my dick in front of you. Oh,
Oh.
oh, oh! There she is. Yeah, you're on mute, by the way.
yeah, I don't remember what happened after that, but
Yeah, you weren't that drunk because you
yeah,
weren't
man, you
asleep.
have a lot of sneaky links.
I do.
Period.
I do.
I can, yeah, you do.
I do.
Because you were married and you were sneaky linking with somebody else on base.
I
And not only
was.
were you
I
sneaky
was.
linking with her, you were like telling me she was a battle buddy, and then you were like telling me, or you had something to do.
I know you didn't use that.
She was a battle buddy though.
I know you want to say battle, buddy.
Yeah, he did.
Cover me while I move. I got you covered. Cover me while I move. I got you covered. Yeah, she was a battle buddy. Yeah.
Okay. So to define the sneaky link, and I have some good friends that are actually listening briefly to this podcast. There are two type of sneaks. That's cheating. That's cheating, and just flat out not wanting nobody to know what y'all doing. And if there's any other way that I don't know that anyone wants to touch on, you can correct me. But I even think that sneaky linking period is just nope, nobody needs to know, and that's that.
Basically, yeah. I think you hit on just about every topic of quote unquote sneaky link. So even if I'm just kissing somebody else, that's still a sneaky link. Unless I'm wrong, because she was cheating on her husband.
Well, birds of a feather flock together.
You know what? I'm sick of you. Do you guys have a most memorable? Well, Shae told us more about her most memorable sneaky link, but
Yeah, because you know one thing about the sneaky link is that
what up,
they
Chris?
go all out. I mean, all out. I mean, you know that this is the one time you gonna get it, and it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it. You don't get it frequently, but when you get it, it's good.
I don't know.
I had a sneaky link,
and it was trash.
This was not it.
It was trash. It was trash. They talked a good game.
To this day, I probably wouldn't even want to sneaky link with her because I, once again, started to feel like it was sympathy penis.
Was it with who I think it was?
I have a question.
Hey, Dorian, look at the screen. Was it with who I thought it was?
Nah, you probably don't know who this person was.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hey, Dorian.
What is that question?
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I, in the year that God has created, am 26 years old.
Okay, you're 26 years old. When did you become this arrogant?
Whoa.
Arrogant is probably a strong word.
That is a strong word. It
Arrogant
is.
is probably not the right word. So
It's not.
By my,
no, not at all. Not until you justify.
About your sexual performance.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. All right.
It seems like you are very, like, you know what? Every girl comes to me, she gonna come back twice. Like, so when is? So were you like this before the letters or after?
Oh no,
Before.
This has been a before.
Before.
I have an uncle that can justify this.
Before. Before.
Okay, so after you crossed, did you become just, or after, not even after you crossed, after you became a graduate, 21, 22, did you just become like, all right, I know I'm good at what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna sell it? Because I feel like,
I mean, I'm pretty sure he knew this when he was in the army.
Stepping are on the same page to where you just don't care.
Nah. So for me,
You be out here
it's
sucking
not
toes and blowing a booty hole.
Whoa, whoa,
okay. For me,
whoa!
it's not a
You took it
matter
too
of
far.
like not caring. I just know what I'm into. I know what I can and cannot do. Because the fact is, just because what I know how to do, that doesn't mean it's going to please every female I may
That
end up
part.
in whatever entanglement with. The fact is, I know that I would take the time to at least understand what I'm doing and who I'm doing it with.
Right.
And because of that, I mean, why would I have any kind of intercourse with somebody and not try my best to satisfy as much as possible?
Cause you don't. Everybody doesn't get grade A.
Right. And
That's what.
because of
That's how you be having flat tires and people are blowing you up and not
Oh,
doing
and
their
oh
lane.
no.
and trust me, I realize that 100% to the fullest because the situation, not necessarily them flattening my tires, has happened like that.
Bruh.
It's just a matter of me. It's like I don't know how to have intercourse any other way besides making sure that she is 100, if not close to it, satisfied. Because it would be no point. I don't do this just to enjoy it. I do this to ensure that one, you understand that I am giving you, or at least attempting to give you, the best time in bed I could possibly give you. Because if I'm not, then I'm going to stop right now, and I'm not going to waste your time any further.
Okay, so
And
question. So
that's
question.
just that.
Okay,
Um,
maybe I'm different.
what was when was your last sneaky link, and how long was it? Did it last?
You know, thinking.
When was the last sneaky link? How long did it last?
Yes.
I ain't had a sneaky link in a minute. I think my last sneaky link, honestly, I don't remember. Damn, it's been a minute.
I
I,
I think my last sneaky link was when I was dating, and you guys remember her. She blocked me from all social media, so I don't mind putting all her business out there. Was when I was
You
dating
got blocked
Leilani.
by.
Huh?
You got blocked by.
Leilani.
Oh.
Yeah. I
I don't
was.
think I remember who that is.
You said what?
I don't think I remember who that
You
is. I
do.
ain't gonna lie.
This Makita's mama.
oh,
Yeah.
What?
the dog's mom, Dorian.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the girl who used you
Hey,
as
hey, hey,
a
hey,
dog.
hey, hey! What you not gonna do?
Oh,
What you
okay.
not gonna do? What you not gonna do?
I mean, you was a dog sitter.
Shay, we tried to tell him, Shay, he ain't want to live nothing.
What you
You know
not
what I'm
gonna do,
saying?
Shay? But yeah, I was. Y'all seen it? I was doing sneaky links all the time. With who? I'm
Yeah,
not
you
gonna say.
did sneak.
Yeah.
With some of them, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of you probably didn't have to, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah. Whatever. Anyways, without saying any names or giving away too much info, who were these sneaky links to you? Like, what type of like relationship? What made them sneaky?
Um, I think one reason it made it sneaky, well, a few. Some of them probably were sneaky because they didn't want, um, they didn't want it to be known. I'm gonna be honest. We talked about this little popularity thing even before this Greek shit. To be honest with you, I was a, I don't know, cool person, whatever you want to call it. Um, and you know, people were probably scared to be known as, oh, the girl who's doing something with that one guy who has that cool car and he has these grills in his mouth and he has these nice clothes and shit. oh, she's probably trying to get money or something out of him. They didn't want to be known as that person, I guess. Some of them, which I think is bullshit. But I mean, that's one hand. The other hand is, oh, that's the new one now. Well, I guess I ain't gonna bother him no more or some shit like that.
Yikes.
They don't want to be. It's just a classification, I guess, for me, for them, not me per se. They didn't want to be known for whatever particular reason, and that's it. I mean,
What was your sneakiest link, Andre?
Sneakiest link. Ooh. Honestly, here's the thing. I've had sneaky links, but y'all know me. I tell on myself before somebody else will.
That part, yes, sir. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
I can't say I've had like a true like. I've had sneaky links.
Okay, Shae with the turtleneck.
The sneakiest link. She getting ready to go to the alpha function with a turtleneck. I'm sorry.
With her delta.
Yeah, we have to get in.
Ooh.
But yeah, nah. I'm very blunt, and if you ask me, did I do it? Yeah, I did that shit. So I haven't had no like really sneaky links. The most I can say, it was dark. She came over, boom, 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 and you and Dorian, I know, like y'all would knock on my door and be like, "You're too loud." So I mean.
I need more women because I am disgusted with men right now.
Don't be disgusted. There's nothing.
Don't be disgusted. It's natural. It's natural.
Being real. I'm very just. And here's the thing. Ain't nobody gay.
That part. That part.
So it's women that are attributing to these functions. So,
you're not doing it by yourself.
Right. Well, Will.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, so
yeah.
Whoa.
Will.
Yo.
Now. Anyway, like we were
saying, it hurt.
That would be totally off topic of what we talking about.
That's next week.
That's what he always says.
Hey, Jay, it hurt.
Next episode.
It hurt.
What happened?
Nah, that's for a different episode. It hurt.
It ain't gonna hit the same.
Yeah, I think this one will hit next episode.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nah.
We heard something.
Yeah.
Huh? All right, so.
I mean, we can get into it right now because I'm thinking about splitting this episode anyways.
Well, let's get into it.
Yes, sir.
Before we get into it, I have never had any sneaky links. That one thing was my only time because I don't sneak. Anyone who comes in the front goes out the back.
Wait, what?
Oh.
I don't do sneaky links. It seems like I feel like sneaky links for fat people and ugly people. You know what I mean?
Yikes.
Oh.
Say that again. She not ugly, but okay. So let's get into it, Dorian. Let's get into it.
It doesn't. I don't like sneaky nothing.
Hey, I 100% though. I really don't. You can call them sneaky links or whatever. I don't personally have to sneak. I mean, I just choose for people not to be in my business. Period. Like unless I want it to be known, or unless it's something that's just like something you just can't hide. I'm not finna, hey, you trying to come over tonight since nobody's paying attention to us type. You know what I'm saying? No,
yeah,
like that ain't it. It's just I would rather it be.
So let's get into it, Dorian, about what we were talking about, but didn't necessarily say just yet.
So let's get into it. So let me tell you how we discovered something very
Can I? I was closer at the time, unfortunately. So
take it away.
Shae, so listen, me
Stephen, Dorian lived in this unit apartment. You know what I'm saying?
Can you speak into the
The
mic?
way me, and the two other young men who make up this podcast this evening lived in a unit, and the rooms were in close proximity to each other. So one evening, Shay, me and Dorian was talking. I was in Dorian room, and all of a sudden, we started hearing noises coming from Stephen's room, and I was like, "Oh, my dog getting it, boy! That boy, yes, sir, Stephen in that thing, getting it, boy." And he opens the door, and no one comes out, and so we was like, "Oh, oh, oh," and by the third "oh," we realized what we was owing about. And so me and Dorian, being the blunt Sullivans that we are, was like, I'm gonna ask because that shit sounded good. Cause
You want the link?
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna be like, does she have friends?
Yo.
so knock knock. Hey, boy, what you was in here, boy? Hey, where she went at? In true Stephen fashion, there was no one here. We were like, "What do you mean? There was no one here?" So that day, actually, we was like, "You know what? That's his business. We're gonna leave it alone."
Mm-hmm.
Cool. The next day, Dorian said, and I quote, "What the fuck is that smell?" And when Dorian was like, I was like, "I don't smell nothing." At the time, cause my allergies was fucked up. I was like, but then I was like, "Okay, whoa, that's not a normal smell." So,
Yo. We actually going here. All right.
so I was like, "Dorian, what the fuck is going on?"
I
And
love it.
so Dorian, in true Sullivan fashion, knocks on the door. Knock, knock, knock. Stephen answered the door. "What's up?" And Dorian at the time didn't know how to ask because that's not a question you ask somebody
Some random.
on the regular. So I
Not
was
at
just like,
all.
all right. I was like, all right, fuck you. You're not gonna ask. What is that smell? He proceeds to tell us. Then he proceeds to show us, and it was the showing that caused us to pause because I there was a lot of things that I thought it could have been.
Like, what did you think?
Yo.
I don't know. I don't. But there was it wasn't that, and I'm like, oh, but the question came back to the original question that we were going to ask. We thought somebody was in here with you because, and my man said, and I quote, "Oh no, I was on the phone."
Yeah.
I was like, you was on the phone." Yeah. I was on the phone, and Dorian just said, "Okay," because at that point, what
What else could you say? What could
We
you
need to
say?
go talk about what the fuck we finna go eat that night or something like.
Yeah. And we did go eat. We did go eat.
We did because
Yeah.
there's no more conversing about that. I
Yeah.
know now all I need to know.
Yeah.
Did you shake his hand after?
No.
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 The fuck?
I don't think I've gotten a handshake from Andre since.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness.
I
Did I miss anything, Dorian?
no.
You didn't miss anything. Nah, you didn't miss anything.
That's how it was. It's just when I'm gonna speak on my behalf. It's just when I saw it, I was like,
What did y'all see? You leaving that out?
I had a toy.
it was a
Pocket pussy.
very sweaty situation.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
a lot of pocket pocketed semen, if you
Oh my
will.
gosh.
I didn't know how to feel when he was explaining it because it was like I'm thinking
Okay.
this is it wasn't even because of the fact that I respect it 100%. You get your pleasure how you get it. It's just the excitement that was being portrayed behind the door was so interesting. I was for it.
Bro,
You
to
know what
be
I'm saying?
honest, I'm not even gonna lie. I thought I was home alone that night.
So you thought you was home by yourself?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He said that, and me and Andre, maybe because we was in my room, and you know, I was
Mhm.
across from Stefan, and it's a difference because Andre was the room next to him, so obviously the walls is not too thin,
Yeah.
but like I'm across the way, he probably didn't hear, he probably wasn't even concerned, but I don't think he was concerned at all, given that the time he was having, so
Because
it
once
was
you in that mood, it's kind of hard. But
right.
in
Yeah.
his
It's
defense,
Yeah.
I know Stephen, he thought he was by himself.
it's just when I
Yeah.
saw
Because he's a real private person with that.
Yeah.
So
yo,
I,
we know that. We know that.
Found out as we found out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, if
It's
you
Yeah.
want to know
just
any links, he can tell you all the porn stars first and last name.
Hey,
oh,
hey,
we
hey,
found that
hey,
out.
hey,
We're
Yeah,
very aware of that
hey,
as well.
hey.
we can get into that. We don't
Had
get
it
me wrong.
hard drive at one time.
I'm for it. I support it.
Dorian, pause.
Sort of.
Dorian, no, you're not fit to skip over that. Like, she just say that.
Yeah.
Whoa, what?
Mm.
Repeat your last statement, Shae.
Oh, that he had an extended hard drive.
Oh, she knew about the hard drive.
She knew.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We found out about the hard drive.
Yeah,
Yes,
we did.
A whole
Yeah, we did.
terabyte full of it.
and I'm over here like I thought I knew something, and I
Mm-mm.
knew I knew absolutely nothing after experiencing that hard drive.
Nah.
Yeah, because he has a very unique.
Hey, watch your blasphemous mouth, okay?
Fantasy.
Mind.
Is that what? Do we call it a fantasy?
No, no, no. I said watch her blasphemous mouth. Is what I said.
No, I don't think it's a. I don't think anything he does is a fantasy. I just think that he's very, like anything that's not that will make him feel. He does not participate in homosexual activities. I do know that for a fact. But as far as like anything else, it can be a go. If he
Oh,
likes it, he'll do it.
yeah. I think we figured that out too.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All
Like if
right.
you were into swinging and like being tied up and swing and with the 50 Shades of Grey, yeah, Stefan's the person for you.
You done, Shay? You done? Are you done?
I'm just saying, I just don't want nobody playing you like you be out here with a toy like you be taking dildos in the butt. I'm just trying to say that it was a pocketbook.
First of all, I don't know if anybody was thinking that. Second of
Hey,
all,
that's
If,
not,
wow.
huh?
if anyone felt that we implied that, I apologize right now.
No,
Because
I'm saying because he was like, I had a toy, and y'all never said what kind of toy.
We didn't, but it's funny how you got that. Right on the tee.
Because I just know that he's not gonna be out here with anything. I would just hope not. I mean,
I don't know whether to thank you or to haiku cuss you out. I don't know. I don't know.
what you gonna cuss me out for? Look, I know you for free.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Let's get into it. I think I know I'm one.
No.
So I think that's why we was all just good roommates. Because we just let people
It's between
Cause like I'm not even gonna hold you. If there was some the noises, the most frequent noise that I heard coming from anybody's room came from Dorian's room.
Really?
I'm sorry.
from
I
Dorian's
thought it was gonna
room.
be the noises.
I've knocked on Dorian's door more times to tell them, "Hey, y'all need to chill the hell out or
It was
calm down."
no because listen, Dorian had
And Dorian was playing music too, which made it even worse.
it was just because Dorian had that bed at the time.
Oh, the one that was on the cement blocks.
Yeah, yes, sir, my dog.
So like, I don't mean to like be late,
And
but
what's
you and
good, yo?
Dorian are
Oh,
best
what's up? You know the
Oh
intro
yeah,
to that song? Yeah, that was every yeah.
I'm
That
sorry to
just
say.
so happens to be my uncle.
Yeah.
wow, and that's unique.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all from that podcast? Wow,
What?
interesting. Next, we'll talk about that later. But the podcast, the
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah. uh,
so
have any of y'all had a sneaky link at work?
no, I don't play with my money.
See, listen, the way my studio set up, you're not getting none of that with it.
Yeah, I thought I do not, but I do know those Christmas parties be borderline because they put us in a hotel, so we don't drink and drive. Yeah, so yeah,
Oh,
real
y'all be
talk. So
wildin',
I don't
wildin'.
know, huh?
Y'all be wildin', wildin'.
Yeah, you know
You
the
got a
other,
work husband?
huh?
You got a work husband?
I do not because me personally, I'm not against interracially dating, but I love my black men, and my counterparts are majority
So
Caucasian, especially
basically,
too.
she's saying she worked with a bunch of white folk.
Huh?
You work with a bunch of Toms and Johns.
Yeah, and
Mm,
I'm like a fantasy to them.
mm,
So it's like they're
yeah.
good to flirt with, but I would never.
Okay, fantasy.
I would
Maybe
never
we should
like.
talk about that on one of our future
They were like,
upcoming
hey,
podcasts.
like one day I went to work when I got my hair done. They were like, you look like that girl from Destiny's Child, and I was
Not
like,
Kelly
oh
Rowland.
okay. But
What they say, Kelly Rowland?
Yeah.
but they didn't know their name. Just said that girl. But that's what everybody said. I look like Kelly. I appreciate it. So yeah, I don't. This is the thing. I know some friends who sleep with their bosses for
Promotion.
huh?
I do too.
For promotion.
Necessarily because where I work is kind of like if for bribing purposes.
Mm.
First
Extortion.
picks, you get to travel to the best towns for conventions.
For the perks.
Promotion possibly best gifts that you win like TVs and stuff at Christmas time. We know what's going on.
Ah.
Yes, sir. I got a
Yes,
friend just
sir.
like that, and I ain't afraid to name drop her ass.
Drop it. Drop it.
So it's kind of it's I do know some people who do that, but I don't. Me personally, I don't like to cross those lines of losing my job because I work for kids, and once you lose that, uh, what y'all call it, like security clearance kind of deal, it's a wrap. Like you will
Yeah.
not be able to find a job in my field.
It
I
is
do
a
not
wrap after that.
do that, but I know people who do. Like I don't date people on my part time. My part time is retail. I don't date people at my job. I'm just not attracted to. I don't want to have to date you, go to work with you, and then possibly sleep with you, and then wake up by you, and that's just not me.
So like
So I
some of the Facebook people who commented on this particular episode about shooting shots and whatnot. Someone said, "So it's a miss shot." So me and this guy had been fucking around for years, just as friends with benefits type of thing. We ended up cutting the sex, even though the chemistry was still there, but still were good friends. Well, after a while, I decided to shoot my shot and ask him out on a date. He agreed and seemed excited, but never reached out to make plans. So then I was going to reach out to him to see what was up. This was a couple of weeks later, and that same day, he posted that he was engaged. Wow. The caucasity of it all, honestly. Let me see if I can find another one. Do you guys know of anybody's friends that did a sneaky link?
Anybody's friends do the sneaky link?
Yeah, without going into detail about what they did.
Um, I don't know. I'm trying to do it with just my GDI friends because
Oof.
like I don't want to give away too much of my business and some of my line sisters and people be watching.
Right.
But um, I do know that some of my girlfriends they have slept with each other.
What?
Yeah, they because when we have game nights and stuff like that, it's very awkward and very different.
I watch, I swear I watch.
So I know that they have.
Hey, what is that sound? All right.
Um, so nah, not a lot of my friends do sneaky link. I'm not gonna. I mean, I got one that does, but it's not that she sneaks with it. She acts like people don't know.
Yeah.
And my problem with her is I always tell her like, what's the use of sneaking? Was saying she was sneaking, but not doing enough sneaking. Um, I will always tell her like, well, I deal with the dude. Well, first off, you should not. If you have to complain about a sneaking thing, then you should probably stop sneaking. I'm just saying.
Honestly.
Yeah. But nah, I don't really have a lot of people that sneaky links anymore. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I feel like we're at the age now, or I am at the age now where ain't nobody really trying to sneak to nothing. Like, it is what it is. If you get caught, you get caught at this point. But I do want to advise people if you're sneaky leaking, remember that it's a lot of people out here that have nothing to lose. And I mean, I know girls in my town that are killing men for sneaky leaking. One of my cousins,
Oh,
Yikes.
his baby mama shot him and the girl she was with at the hotel they was at. And of course, and he died.
Yo.
But um, you better be careful. It's 2020 and 2021, and they are like the whole sneaky link thing. I'm not doing it. I am scared of dying by unnatural causes. I don't want nobody to run in my house, harm my kids. So y'all be careful with the sneaky links.
Yeah.
Definitely you too.
Real quick, like I was saying earlier, not too long ago, I'm probably gonna split this episode up in half. Put one episode or one portion of it out today, maybe another portion of it out tomorrow, because we almost at 3 hours right now.
Yeah,
Um, it doesn't even feel like it though, right? Anyways,
no, it don't. But I feel like
do you feel like
no, it
what?
don't.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a lot more I wanted to say, but I feel like it wasn't classified as a sneaky link, so I was trying to like stay on topic.
So Euphonic Scents, owned by Raven McCall, is a black-owned candle company that creates soy coconut blended wax, essential oil infused candles that are paired with a curated playlist that is featured on www.blkeuphony.com. More information on the benefits of the essential oils can be found in further detail on www.blkeuphony.com, where the selection, choice, and artist facts are noted for musical and environmentally sound education. Relax at Hand is a place where you can book your next massage therapy session here in Jacksonville. For a limited time, they are offering $15 off when you book online at www.relaxathand.com. Or you can reach out to Carmen Mims at carmen at relaxathand.com or call her at 904
524-9069 for more information on your next sessions. With that being said, does anybody have any shout outs?
Hell yeah, since we doing it, first off,
First, let
you
me
know,
out.
we want to give a shout out to the most hated fraternity, you know what I'm saying? Cap Outside,
Oof.
Fraternity Incorporated, you know what I'm
Said
saying?
most
You know,
hated.
Yikes.
absolutely. You know, it is what it is. I want to give, but no, all seriousness, I do want to give a shout out to all everybody in college. Period. The college scene, college atmosphere. Continue your education. It is important. Um, that's just on period. Shout out to all of the listeners on social media. Shout out to the frequent social media users. Social media is a very enhancing tool. We need to keep it going because at some point, who knows, we'll be the Terminator coming to get us all. Just saying. And yeah.
Andre?
Yeah. Give a shout out to the actual most hated fraternity, but I don't know what they got against the brothers. This for real though. Shout out to my people at iHeart. I love them to death. They're like really really cool when they're not aggravating my spirit. Still looking for the Reds. So meet the Sullivans are single. Putting that out there to the universe.
Yes, sir.
Just want y'all to know that. But yeah, man. Stay true, stay you. We out.
Shae.
Of course, my lovely Red. And to everyone who motivates me in my corner completely, follow me on Instagram, please, at Shatria's, how you pronounce it, but it's SHA_tree, TREEA, or TREE_AH. Shatria, that's my real name.
Hey.
Be safe. Do not sneaky link in 2021.
Hey, we're not gonna put out that negative energy. That's negative of you even saying that. So we're not gonna do that.
Don't judge my brothers by their stories. They are not their stories. You hear me? That is the past, not the future. Charge it to their mind and not their heart. Love you all.
Like I do in every show, I'm gonna shout out my haters. I don't know who all of y'all are, but I know I got some of them because I don't know. You guys aren't showing yourselves, so you hating from afar. Anyways, shout out to my haters. Shout out to the people who didn't believe I would be anything in life. Shout out to the people who motivate me. Shout out to my team. I love y'all. Creative Opinions Podcast crew. Y'all the real ones. Eventually, we gotta get y'all in the studio. Cause like working with this whole Zoom thing is weird, but we're gonna make it right. We're gonna make it work. Tune into the next episode because I believe the next episode I have on the docket is mental health in the Black community. That should be a very big topic, and I want as many people to show up for this show and to show up for this topic because it's a real one, and I don't feel like it's talked about enough. So I feel like we need to get into that ASAP.
Yes, and my favorite topic. That's what I study. So can't wait.
So tune in next week Friday at 7:00, same bat time, same bat channel, for the next episode of the Creative Opinions Podcast. What else? That's about it.
Are you gonna stop sneaking?
Am I gonna stop? Eventually.
So, quick question. So, do you now? Are you more aware of your surroundings after your one little episode with the Sullivans?
I just don't care anymore. If you hear me, you hear me. If you don't, you don't.
Round sound on? Is that what it was?
Probably did. I don't know. It was booming from headboard to footrest.
Well, these girls about to be in your inbox.
I don't care. Don't slide in my DM box if you ain't trying to do nothing. So we not on that childish stuff from 2020. It's 2020, baby. 2021, baby. I'm on that. I'm on that Bernie Sanders time all year with the gloves. But nah, for real. I appreciate everybody that stopped by on my Facebook. I'm about to share it so y'all can watch it. But like I said, I'm probably gonna split this episode in half. Do about an hour and a half for today. Maybe drop the hour and a half for tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. We will be back. Until then, peace out, you ugly people. I'm kidding, y'all ain't ugly. Peace out, you beautiful, lovely kings and queens. I appreciate y'all. We out.